Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, England representing. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Jesus Shutterworth the God, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lot of the Boss. You know what it is, nigga. Ring Gang Radio. And special shout outs to my nigga Clownarchy, my brother up in the UK. You know, that 1 year anniversary just hit for that Sample Kings Forever. You know what it is. You know, it was my return from obscurity in the depths of hell and all that other shit to come back to the mic and blaze niggas up. Know what I mean?
No
You know
doubt.
what it is. So, you know, that shit's still streaming everywhere. Shout out to my nigga DBR Dead Bass Records. You know, he sent me some new heat. So, you know, I just jumped on the trap beat. So, you know, I got some we cooking. Don't worry, we cooking. But yeah. Shout out to everybody Ring Gang. You know what it is. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. You know, Ring Gang and us forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's Fly's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, Triangle Offense. Let's get it. Three to heart.
Let's go. Yes, sir. The triangle, you know what I mean? You know, he stays elevated in Conscious Pilot. You dig? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, King P will join us shortly, no doubt, you know, because, you know, I know he has some bars he wants to get off too. But, yeah, man, it was an interesting weekend of boxing. Would have been more interesting, though, if Reese Salim made this fucking weight. But, niggas out here, you know, decide that, hey, I have a title shot. Hey, you know, in a 50-50 fight.
How much did he miss weight by? That's the one thing I didn't know.
Almost 3 pounds.
It's in the realm of trying, but he said almost. It wasn't 3 pounds, or
it was 2.8, nigga. I rounded off, nigga.
Yeah, no, I mean 2.8.
It's in the realm of trying, but
it's over. I mean, if it's not,
it's over, man.
Like 1.5 is kind of like. That's the borderline. I feel like, right?
I mean, they gave him a chance to try to lose the two.
But I'm saying, if you're over 2 pounds,
hold on, how much he lost?
0.8.
So he was 2 pounds under it. He was 2 pounds over it.
Yeah, you gotta, damn, bro. You gotta monitor your weight, bro. Like, cause the reason why it's bad because it's close enough to where it's like, damn, you kind of could have nipped that shit.
Right.
Because what if you would have lost 1.8 and it was just a pound over? Is it like, hey man, you really give up the fight for that?
Yeah, the Black Charlie Kirk definitely fucked up evening boxing.
Yeah,
no, I mean, even though I did watch Latif Overton. I did watch the main event against Gungor. I did see.
How did that go?
It was one-sided as fuck.
It was one side. I mean, you know, Gungor has never fought at 175, and Atif looked good though. Atif is like, I want to see him versus Najee eventually. Like that's the, you know, and yes, I will throw Ben Whitaker. That's the next generation to me of light heavyweight. Atif Overton, Najee Lopez, and Ben Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so.
Yeah, no, but it just sucks too because Atlanta. I mean, obviously, you know, Salita, you know, purposely put it in Atlanta. I mean, he even this week he's like, yeah, we're mixing boxing and hip hop, and he wanted to bring a championship fight to Atlanta. Like that was his whole thing, to bring a world championship fight. Yeah. And you know, the cats that were in there, they did want to see. They wanted to see a title fight, and you know, and that got taken away. And I get Leo. I mean, I think Leo probably saw
Leo made the weight. You know, Leo made the weight, and that's unfortunate for Leo because he's only fought once. Leo's only fought once since the Venado knockout. You know, it's unfortunate. That's a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Yeah, like I said, he probably saw the Duarte fight, and you know, Duarte took the fight, even though motherfucker blew weight by like almost 5 pounds or whatever, and he barely.
That was fucking crazy.
But have you noticed though? Ever since Haney and Ryan, niggas ain't really testing their luck if it's overweight, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot less now.
Yeah, I mean, even with Duarte, who has a very solid chin, was getting rocked something serious in that fight, and he arguably could have lost. Arguably, probably did lose that fight, but you know,
because at the end of the day, nobody wants that L on their record.
He got booed hard. I mean, you know, Duarte never gets booed. Duarte was the little gimmicky, you know, baby face because of the Hitchens situation. He was getting booed after the fight. So
he got booed because the crowd didn't think he won. So I get Leo probably didn't want to be in a situation because Leo in his own life, Leo got put in the hospital by Fulton. Remember, so it wasn't like he probably didn't.
Yeah.
And he was, and they made, and Fulton made it. And Fulton is not the biggest puncher, but Fulton, was beating the shit out of him in that fight. So
he did. That's one of the more recent one side fights you could get.
Yeah, and that's why that win for Fulton looks really good because and why Leo's probably like, you know what, I can't put myself through anything like that if I get. And Aleem, for all his shortcomings, does have a very explosive offense. That's not a cat you want to be hitting.
Yeah.
So,
and he just blew his opportunity because it's like, this was a pretty anticipated fight.
Yeah, it was that was supposed to
that's sad. Damn.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like an addendum to what was a crazy afternoon of fighting. In Queensberry, though, I have to admit, Queensberry is fighting another type of level. Like, it just seems like where Eddie's cards are kind of like, Eddie's lost a lot of energy in his cards, among other things. Queensberry found that energy that Eddie used to have. And
facts. Yeah. Facts.
Okay, remember Queensberry? Remember there was that PBC. I think the Queensberry card the same day as the Fundora card. The Queensberry card was way better. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just a way better watch.
Yeah, no, it was like it was brutal.
But lately, their cards haven't been chores to get through. Like the niggas on their cards been like kind of throwing.
They've been motivated, like super motivated.
No, I've noticed though, Frank Warren, when it comes to the undercard and the prospects, he's been doing a way better job than Matchroom and Andy Hearn on the UK side of things for a while now. Like the past year,
he turned it around. Honestly, I think that 5-on-5
kind of
helped him realize like, why the fuck am I always playing second fiddle to Eddie?
Yeah. Why am I always doing?
Yeah, that? Like I'm better than this nigga. He's just good at talking. Get the fuck out of here. Like I got better guys.
He basically owns the heavyweight division. Frank Warren pretty much owned the heavyweight division. With all
yeah. So
it's like why play second fiddle when like
because for a while
you good.
Eddie Hearn and Matchroom were like it was them as top billing and Queensberry was always secondary. It felt like for a while at least.
Yeah, it did because Matchroom was just overwhelming you with shows and Queensberry shit would just not stand out in between those damn onslaughts of fucking Matchroom shows, but then. Damn near on every other Matchroom show, one of their guys was getting upset horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Kiko Martinez scored an upset on some people there.
Yeah, Mauricio Lara.
Warrington. Dude, there was a whole Twitter thread that had a compilation of Matchroom upsets.
It was just like 2 weeks ago, like a couple undefeated prospects got stopped on the Matchroom cards. Yeah, a lot of Eddie B signed these fraudulent prospects lately.
Yeah, man, maybe Frank Warren has a better eye for boxing than Eddie Hearn.
These days, I would say that. I mean, Eddie seems to be a little bit more distracted about a lot of different things.
Because Eddie is Hollywood, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Frank will talk too. But Frank never been the damn. Hold on, look at my guy. He's never been on the Don King.
He ain't been the Puff Daddy. He was never a Puff.
Yeah, he's never been the Don King, Puff Daddy, Eddie Hearn shit. Like he'll talk you up, whatever. But it almost felt like he almost believed in his guys. He believed in his guys a little more than Eddie, where he didn't have to talk them niggas up, talk for them like that. He let them niggas just talk and do their thing. Like
yeah.
But you're right. Ever since that 5-on-5. Queensberry definitely had the better product. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel like they walk into the locker room all smug and shit.
Eddie do be having some good American Matchroom cards. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying on the British side of things, Queensberry has been killing them.
Yeah, and
they're not looking good here over here either. What the fuck? Like,
he got Boots and Bam. You know what I'm saying? He got name. You know what I'm saying? Boots. And
dude. This is like, come on, bro. This is one of those Eric Spoelstra shits where it's like, nigga, you got Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. Like you're gonna win something.
Yeah, I mean,
if you got Boots and Bam, then your promotional company could not just be garbage by default.
It can't be. Yeah.
But it could be mid.
But as I said before, like Eddie's Mexican cards are the ones that are just killing. He, for whatever reason, he has a touch on the Mexican cards.
They're the new Golden Boy no name cards.
Yeah, or whenever he holds cards in Arizona, them cards be lit. You know?
Yeah, the Arizona cards be the Arizona.
Yeah,
cards
I'm trying to get something in the fucking air in Arizona.
Yeah,
Arizona bars.
yeah, but he do stupid though. But outside of that, he's been kind of hit or miss, you know. Late, and in the UK cards,
More miss, nigga.
Yeah, like in the UK, that nigga used to have fire Mandingo cards, nigga. I don't know, them shits is done now. Like he don't.
Everybody done jumped off the porch already, God. Like fuck the Mandingo cards, nigga.
No, I feel like with Eddie, it's just more so. He's want the turkey big paydays, and he's looking for the big mega cards. He's kind of, I think he's not 1 foot out, 1 foot in, but he's not as, he doesn't like.
I don't think he wants out. I think it's just more or less whatever he's doing, whatever business dealings he's doing.
I think he's burnt out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably.
Think about it, there's been a lot of niggas they had that's lost, and then you kind of see where they don't have no real marquee guy. When I say that, I'm talking about like a top 5 famous nigga in the sport. Like
I mean, he has Joshua. He still has Joshua, and Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua.
Yeah, but no. Joshua's top 3.
No, Joshua, of course. Like
yeah.
But
I mean,
as in the sport right now, like
Boots,
Joshua ain't in that.
Boots got his chance. I mean, the whole Boots Bud thing is always drama. So Boots.
But remember the Twitter poll. Boots is behind Shakur Benavidez and Haney, nigga.
Oh, he had zero votes on that shit. I think. If I'm not like last time I.
And it was like what? How many votes was like 30?
It was decent. Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
But Boots, I feel like when it comes to online talk, Boots gets a lot of that talk when the Bud should have, because he's leeching off Bud. I feel like. But either way,
he's not leeching off Bud. Bud say his name just as much.
I mean, I'm almost close to muting that on my Twitter because frankly I'm tired of like
it's nonstop. It's nonstop. It's just fanboys.
All I'm saying is like it don't look good for the nigga who retired to be talking about a nigga that's not retired when you could have fought this man already.
When that guy says I can knock him out, or just he always uses Bud name for clout. Every build.
But he's active. An active fighter supposed to say that.
Nah, he be using the nigga's name for clout sometimes. That's okay. That's okay. I get it.
It's just as bad as the niggas.
I get it.
With the fucking.
I get it.
Hey, yo, AZ. So, do you feel like there's any tension between you and Nas?
I mean, AZ's probably getting that question for like 25 years.
25 years.
Thank you. Like niggas know what they doing with these Boots and Crawford shit. They both play up on it. If Crawford. If Boots ain't talking about Crawford ain't really got shit to fucking talk about. What, y'all want this nigga back on Aiden Ross?
No, I'm good on that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
y'all better be thinking fucking Boots talk about Crawford. Who else fucking talk about Crawford?
To me, Boots just needs to lock in because he has a career defining fight next month.
Now I'll admit that.
And
he's talking about Boots a little too much with this type of work in front of him.
No, I know. For real, I've been watching some of the Boots. Like he had one with what's the fake David Morrell of boxing, Akim Barak. But I was watching that interview at work, and he just kind of seemed like he's overlooking Zayas. Like Zayas is not no easy work. I don't think it's gonna be easy work. If it's easy work,
I don't think so either. But
if it's easy work, if he walks through Zayas,
if he treats him like Stanionis and easy work,
if you just like Stanionis,
all I gotta say is that nigga might be top 5 pound for pound right then and there.
He'd be in top 8, top 7. Yeah, you have to put him in the mix.
Nah, look. If he stops Zayas, he's top 5. Fuck that.
Damn.
If he stops Zayas, if he just beats Zayas clean on some 8 rounds of 4 type shit,
he's top 10. He's top 10 for sure.
He's top 10.
Yeah.
But if he stop him, you can't tell me Shakur and Haney better than this nigga.
True. Yeah.
And I fucks with both of them.
Yeah.
Draw him all the goddamn time.
Yeah, well, but King P though, I know King P's like because he came.
Well, shout out to my nigga King P.
Yeah, what up, P?
What up?
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Yeah, no, we're about to go get spent some David Morrell bars. You know, you're just in time.
Hold on, let me warm him up for that real quick, cause
no Cuban sandwiches in the bodega this week.
Nigga, would you believe I had a Cuban sandwich yesterday on Sunday, nigga? Like,
that's wild, man.
crazy, nigga. But hey, so let me ask you this, because you asked Pilot and us the question last week about the whole popularity with the boxers. Low key, like the way we discussed it, it kind of ended up being the way we discussed it. Ended up being the poll results. So what you think about that?
Basically, I thought it was cool. I was enjoying the engagement and people's, what people thought. But yeah, it went the way I thought it would. So,
Word. I just wish Boots would have got at least one vote. But goddamn, hey, next time, hey.
Well, like I said, I mean, Boots has some work, and Boots needs to take care of some business, and needs to do it spectacularly. He's doing
the victory tour prematurely, like.
Yeah, because it seems like people can be beating each other half to death, but ESPN ringside doesn't give two shits. They don't put everyone else will say something about, but I'll get into that much later.
I mean, I knew Boots wasn't going to get the votes,
but zero. So I'm looking at it real quick,
because even though Boots has fans right now, I still feel like Boots is just, like I said, Boots needs that one big fight to pop. So,
but it's crazy because I remember Boots 2017. Literally, when I got back in the boxing, he was all over the Instagram highlight because his highlight reels was on that Roy Jones.
Boots been around. Boots has a hardcore fan.
But real quick, I have it up. Pause. So I just want to say, I want to mention the numbers real quick on it.
Go ahead.
Who's the most popular American boxer out of these fighters currently? We got Benavidez at 33%, Shakur at 22%, Devin Haney with 44%, and obviously Boots with 0, over 27 votes.
Yeah,
so Haney 44, Benny 33, Shakur 22, and then 0 for
because all the other three have had the benefits of TV exposure and big fights, pretty much, and notable fights on top of that.
But I feel like if you're a casual and you know those three, you're gonna know Boots too. Like you're gonna know all 4 of these guys.
Yeah. Nah, that's facts. Yeah. If you know those 3, you know who Boots is. It's just like Pat said. Boots missing that notable dance partner, but he has it now. But I feel like this fight, like, when is that fight again? I'm sorry,
June 27th, right?
June 27th.
So it's quite a ways, and it's still being told. Because I was about to say, damn, it feel like it's not getting promoted, but it got a little time. So
the buzz for this fight is like ever since it got announced, it gets talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like. No offense to Nakatani Inoue, it did when it had the buzz is a little higher with this fight. I feel like, right? At least for in America. So
yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, like I said, it's about 6 weeks away, give or take. It'll ramp up. Trust me, as we get to as it gets to that.
I bet it will. Like, that's my being premature with it. Like, that's why I had to ask. I wanted to make sure, but
I mean, it is talked about, which is good. I mean, it's not like it's not buzzing at all. Yeah. I mean, it's just like
you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, it just I didn't know because it's like the expectation is different when the date is out. If you'd have told me this fight is on the 30th or some shit at the end of the month, I'd have been like,
Yeah, that means the promotion kind of failed. So.
Yeah. But when you say June, it's like, nah, okay, this is on track. Okay, cool. Like one particular promotion that failed, but I know we'll get into it later. Bars, but King P, man. I want to hear what you, King P. I want to hear what you, Pilot, and Pat got to think. They say with this bit, the Morrell fight. I just saw the fight before the podcast, so I just want to hear what y'all got to say on this shit.
Man, let me see. So, I mean, obviously, if you know the story, Morrell was supposed to fight Callum Smith last month, and Callum Smith got an injury. So Queensbury, managed to keep him a little busy. They gave him a domestic level fighter, which he was supposed to clear. Considering who's actually Morrell's been in the ring with and been competitive with, and I don't know. I mean, it could be a lot of things. Getting rid of a trainer. Looking past dude, not being up for the fight, Cuban shit. If you know. But this was a fight that Morrell was supposed to get a spectacular win, knockout, even though shows have never been KO'd before. And dude goes in there and he's sleepwalking. Like, first he's sleepwalking and he's winning, and then Chelly's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to make this. I'm going to show a little dog, and then Dave Morrell, he's playing with his food. He keeps playing with his food.
Because Pat, you watched it, right? He was winning probably about round 6, round 7 is when it got competitive. But early in the fight, half of the fight, he was up comfortably. I felt like.
Yeah, he was, but he was bullshitting. And that's the thing.
Yeah, he wasn't putting no whooping on dude. Like I felt like he won maybe the first.
Yeah, I mean, even
5-6 rounds, but he lost a 7 and 8 clean, and it was downhill.
No, when the 7th, I know the 7th, he was getting hands put him on the 7th.
I mean, even when Morrell was winning, he was lollygagging. He was just it wasn't nothing like he's kind of walking through it, kind of like sleepwalking through. It wasn't the Morrell of old where he was.
You think it's a classic case of the Cuban just getting the BBL bitches in Miami, or is it the weight class, or just all?
I mean, it could be the weight
class. Nigga,
probably
been better off in Miami.
I just think he got stagnant.
Yeah.
I mean, hot rod. I mean, at the hot rod fight, he probably we can look back now. He probably lost the hot rod fight.
I said it from jump. I said he lost the hot rod fight.
Yeah, he got to gift that fight for sure. He got to gift from that fight.
Yeah, no, I said the hot rod fight was ridiculous. I was like, hot rod was the one that actually impressed me. I said it over and over again. Like Morrell looked terrible in that fight.
Hot rod won that 7-3-8-2 type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Morrell won by them wide scores, but that's it's clear that that someone really wanted Morrell to move through, and of course Hot Rod now is on a higher level right now. He found a second win, and then Morrell goes against Benavidez, and honestly he gives Benavidez a hard fight. It's a real hard fight, and he knocks him down too. So it's then you got the Katev fight, and Katev, that's a gift too, because Katev was beating the shit out of him for a good part of that fight until he gassed.
But Katev had that fucking bullshit ass muddled PED situation, so I don't feel bad he got robbed. He did win that fight.
Nah. Media fucked that up. That wasn't no recent shit. That was some amateur fight bullshit. Nah. They fucked that up with that. No, we not gonna just put that dirt on that.
Katev didn't pop dirty at any point.
He didn't pop dirty at nothing. Let's dead that.
Yeah, no, he didn't pop dirty.
Media fucked that up. That discourse.
Yeah, and then they made it so that it put Morrell probably won the fight, but when you have those fights, at least those fights are top 10 light heavyweights. Zach Kelly is not a top 10. He's a domestic level fighter who's lost to people who are not even fighting anymore. So it's and it was just sad. In the 9th round too, when Kelly found that right hand that rocked him, and Morrell's all time, I was like, okay, that's not good. And then going to the 10th round, and he's bullshit. And you can tell Morrell's bullshitting. He's making faces. He's moving around.
But the round 9, he got he almost got stopped in that round 9.
Yeah, he almost got stopped. Yeah, and then round 10 he gets put in the corner, and then dude tees off on him and hits him with tempo shots and has him slumped over. And the referee is like, okay, yeah, I can't have you getting hit while you're unconscious, and stops the fight. That's the upset of the year. That might be one of the top. That might be a top 10 upset in the last. At least in the 2020.
I mean that's upset. I mean, I know Dalton Smith beat him with Matthias isn't really. That was more surprise, and that was surprising on the championship level. But this had to be probably upset of the year. Right?
This a bigger upset than that.
That's way bigger
because that fight was more competitive.
It was more competitive, and we expected it. I think, we expected it to be kind of
because at least we low key expected a shootout. We was like, yo, this gonna be a good fight.
Most of us expected
Matthias should get this, but it's a good fight.
Because my thing is, when he was supposed to face Colin Smith, and I was actually picking Morrell, and I was like, okay, this is my last chance to believe in Morrell. When he, because originally, remember originally it was supposed to be Colin Smith versus Morrell. So, not knowing what we know now, at least for me and a few other people, boxing people, I respect their opinion. They thought Morrell could compete with Colin Smith and probably beat him. Obviously, we were, probably not. I was watching that halfway through the fight. I was like, yeah, I was wrong. Colin Smith would have
Dude, right now, with my own eyes, I've seen Morrell lose 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same here.
And only get credit for 1. Oh, no, 2 now.
And he's only had 14 professional fights. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Watching him, he's a nigga who has an identity crisis for boxing. he don't know what his style is, and he has a little Caleb plan in him. When I say that, meaning he doesn't fight up to his physical standard.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a lanky guy. He's a tall, athletic, solid guy.
Even the Benavidez fight, moving up to fight Benavidez, kind of ruined it. Like, because at 168, let's be real, at 168, when he was coming up as a prospect, he was looking really good and knocking out. He was being kind of like good names, like for a amateur, like a
he was, but he was. The difference is when he was a prospect, he was beating guys off of talent and athleticism. So he was still finding himself.
He was getting the right style of fights to showcase.
True. So it's like the talent and athleticism would take over, and he would kind of know what to do. But once the quality of opposition improved, it's like, and the talent and the athleticism wasn't so overwhelming as an advantage for him, he kind of started like buffering, trying to reach into the toolbox and figure out how he want to fucking approach it. And throughout the fight, he doesn't know if he wants to be a come forward pressure fighter, if he wants to be fucking Chocolatito Golovkin. Then sometimes he start leaning back and oohing and ahhing like he's fucking Sergio Mora. Like, I don't know, like somebody just need to tell this nigga, like, look, all you got to do is just fight tall, put your legs shoulder length apart, fuck all this Van Damme splitting Johnny Cage bullshit. and goddamn box behind your fucking jab and walk niggas down with the left hand and throw to the fucking body.
And funny was like he was
right there.
And funny is he did that in the Benavidez fight. That's because I know people like to say Benavidez ruined him. Benavidez didn't really ruin him because it was too competitive to me. I mean, Benavidez won. No, don't get me wrong, but
he did start whooping his ass at the end, like toward the end, like.
See, the experience and everything shut off because Benavidez is skilled and more.
Yeah, because when I saw, in comparison to what the beating that Benavidez put on Plant and Zerto, like Morrell was too competitive for me to say that Benavidez was really hauling off on him like.
Well, he wasn't beating his ass. What was it? Was it 12-round fight still?
Yeah, it was a 12-round fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Benavidez won like 8-4, 7. Like he won 8-4.
Yeah, it was a competitive.
But it was a competitive. Like it was competitive. Benavidez didn't start really going away with the fight until like maybe the 9th round.
Yeah, he didn't separate himself until the end.
Yeah, then it was like, okay, yeah, like Benavidez. But everybody else, they've been kind of separating themselves a little earlier with Morrell. But this too, but we gotta take in the fact, like, this is fucking David Benavidez. Like, that was a pay-per-view fight. He was the B-side for the main event.
Yeah. So
motherfucker might just fight harder because of that too.
That's also true.
Yeah, nobody else fought Morrell with that circumstance.
It also helped that, Benavidez kind of sat around and let it fester and let Morrell bubble up and try to get, as much advantage as he could until he finally at the end just decided to just step on the gas and say, all right, nah, we fucking this up right now. We ended him right now. Whereas like now in his other fights, now we're seeing Morrell do that, where it's just like, okay, we're just gonna let him bubble, let it fester, and get the other guy enough chance to keep himself around to where, okay, now he's gonna take advantage of it. Like, he wasn't stepping on the gas, he wasn't aggressive.
Yeah, but you know how confident you gotta be to have that fucking game plan. David Benavidez can have that game plan, not no fucking Morrell.
Yeah, so I was saying Morrell has tools, but like, he needed to step on the gas. He didn't need to just let his opponent just sit around and give him opportunities to get back.
But the thing is, step on the gas how? Like, everything he was trying to do, it was sporadic because he kept interchanging between fucking styles and getting caught in between them. Like, first of all, look, the nigga he was fighting was another dude, like the guy Munguia fought. The Sucre, is that his name?
Saras,
my bad. When I say like dude was like Saras, the record's deceiving. So like that dude Zelly was throwing bombs.
No, he was, and he trained for it.
Athletic, in shape, big, solid dude throwing quick bombs. He had a little Mayorga in him. Like for some reason, like if you approach a guy like that and they do all those wind up punches and because he was throwing wind up punches, you got to put the fucking jab on him.
Yeah, but I feel like
back foot or going forward, but
hold on, wait. What's the guy's name that beat him against Shrell? What was his name? Shrell Parker?
Who are you talking about? The one who beat...
No, the guy that beat Morrell. What's his name? What's his name?
Zach
Hold on. But Shuttleworth, I don't have a problem with mixing it up, just depending on like what the situation calls for. Okay, you could sit on your lead foot and box him, use the jab, but when it comes time, you could try to bomb him out, like get him out of there. So
that's the he never boxed on his front foot behind the jab long enough to really get a strong enough foothold in the fight. Like a guy like Devin Alexander and Marcos Maidana is the perfect example of how Benavidez should have treated this dude. That's you jab, go to the body, step around.
Morrell, you mean Morrell, not Benavidez.
Yeah, Morrell. Like Alexander showed you the blueprint in the Maidana fight, how Morrell should have handled this guy. Like, first of all, Morrell, you don't like a guy like that who winds up power punches, he needs something to hit. So Morrell trying to block this dude for majority of the fight was that's a wrong game plan. And so that wide stance, he can't even react to nothing. So he got to just eat the punches. So it's so many things. He just wrong strategy from the basics on up.
And then like the punches to him, they're all tempo shots, and the tempo shot in the corner was the one that put him out and had him slump. You know,
exactly. Then he couldn't even move his head, dude. In the 7th and 8th round, this nigga was getting tagged with multiple straight right hands.
Yeah.
Through his guard. I'm like, God damn, nigga, move your fucking blood clot. Like, don't. But
yeah. I don't know. First, because I mean, it's because this fight is a type of this because you can't shake off this loss. Like, it's not a Benavidez or Kataev or Hot Rod loss. Like, he has to rematch dude and beat him. Like, this is not one of these.
This is definitely one of those rematching you have to fucking beat him guys.
Yeah, because imagine like Shelley and Jack Shelley and his father were talking about, we want Benavidez and Canelo. Imagine the galls of a domestic level fighter asking for those two. That's a horrible look for Morrell. They have
that's what I'm saying. I ain't go, but I can't blame the lad.
Because he got the biggest.
He wants the peas.
Yeah, he wants to cash in, and it just looks so bad for Morrell because he's only 2 fights away from being a headliner on the pay-per-view. Like he's from the he's from the last.
And now you're getting bodied as a mid-carder.
Yeah, and he's from the last generation that fighters actually had fights on regular Fox and FS1 and Showtime. Like he's one of the last generation.
He was in Minnesota. Remember, every time they fought in Minnesota, he was headlining. He was like,
it's not a good look for a domestic level bodied.
I don't know. Like, was he not in shape?
He was in shape.
Yeah, he was in
like
shape.
Then it's the game plan is horrible.
The commentary. I mentioned it, on our chat, whatever. The commentary was saying he was looking like Bam type shit, and this is like
they were glazing hard.
They were glazing hard. It sounded like they were just trying to hype. Like it seemed like Frank Warren might have signed him or something. The way they were talking about him, they were talking like a Super A side. You know what I'm saying?
Probably but you know what it is? That extra glazing comes with the Cuban school of boxing,
right? Yes,
and we know that shit has been a long failure. And I'm gonna just be honest. Like let's just. I'm gonna keep it real. Like
you already know. Like me and this nigga going off on Cuban School of Boxing for a minute.
One of the most overrated systems of boxing. I've seen this shit.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, the gold medalist lower weight guy got stopped. Cuban gold medalist.
I'm gonna tell you why these niggas is getting stopped.
I'm saying real quick, the last two we have of the Cuban, is Osley Iglesias, who's a champion now, I guess, right? He's a champ technically, and fucking Yoanli Hernandez. Those are the only two Cubans left right now that are like, still got their zero and still look, still got, because for Morrell's case, it looks like I don't know if you're gonna see better days, bro. I don't know.
He's already in Robisi Ramirez territory.
Yeah, and he's not he's at what 15 fights. That's not a good area to be in.
Yeah, because at least Robisi, won a belt,
a legit belt on top of it.
Yeah,
like he was the world champion, like,
and actually had some wins, and actually had some, whereas Morrell
he defended his belt with knockouts.
Like Morrell never got there. He had the opportunity.
He had the two fake Reggies, WBA Reggies.
He had the Reggies. So it's
but they were counting them shits in the lead up. Like, I'm like, when they were saying 2-time world champion, I'm like, wait, what? When was this?
Yeah,
it got to be a fucking GameStop belt.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The glazing was just ridiculous, and they didn't want to call what was actually happening to do. Like, he was looking mid.
They didn't start calling it until like the 7th round. Like, they was forced to, but. This is the thing. The dude stayed competitive with him. Like,
he did.
Like, and a guy like that who's throwing, don't matter if the guy has knockouts or not. Anybody who's throwing hard punches at you consistently, even if they're taking breaks and they're exploding at you, like John Pascal, for example. You gotta put the body work on them niggas. A jab and body work is like kryptonite to them niggas. The jab to disrupt them wind up fucking punches they like to throw. The body work to get them niggas tired. Gotta do both. This nigga was doing neither. And was still winning the fight in the first half.
Yeah. And also I will mention something I've mentioned all the time. 175 is a very special division of punchers. Like, no division has high level punchers from like top 10, top 20, even to like domestic level. It's a
you can't go by the records.
And that was my question. And that was like what I asked earlier: is 168 to 175. Like, weight. I know sometimes weight classes don't matter. Sometimes they do, but sometimes there's certain weight class leaps that maybe it's at 7 pounds when it comes to like 140 to 147.
It's that, but 175 is a different animal of punches. The niggas be punching at that division every single time we watch.
Throwing, bro.
Fight.
They do.
The niggas is like it's either brutal fights or brutal knockouts.
Because they're all fucking cruiserweights sucking.
It's like, remember, you're taking the 154 mentality and putting it inside bigger niggas. Pause. Like. But you're taking the mentality of 154 and throwing it at and putting it, like, implanting it inside the mentalities of bigger guys, and that's what you get at 175. Don't matter the record, they throwing to hurt you. So you can't sleep on the, like, tapes and shit. Like, if you were to watch tapes on this kid and see, like, damn, he be winging some hard ass shots, he be open. Dude, body was open that whole fight for body shot counters.
Mm-hmm.
And Morrell got long enough arms to do it and still get out the way. Like, there's no way he should have lost to this caliber of fighter.
Yeah,
and Zelly's not bad. He fought the right fight for him. He fought his style. Like,
yeah, it's just like for Morrell, like, just for the type of attention that he's gotten and stuff like that, it's a horrible look for him, like, to lose to this fight, and he has to rematch him. Like, he
got hit. He swept. He lost like 7, 8, 9, like 10 rounds. Like, all those rounds he lost.
Yeah,
started getting beat up. Like, couldn't dodge a punch. Like, I thought y'all was like, when y'all was calling this nigga mid in the chat, I thought y'all was kind of like being extra. Because I know how y'all niggas be sometimes, but y'all niggas was spitting. Y'all was spitting.
Yeah, no,
y'all
no, Morrell, and like I said, with the Cuban, because I retweeted an article someone I think wrote about Carlos Linares about Cuban school of boxing. And one thing they put in there was like Cubans have this mentality because it just seems like obviously in amateurs they beast because of what they do, but it just seems like since there's no professional boxing in Cuban, like they have a hard time just either turning into good pros, they don't get the good trainers, or they defect to whatever country and then they get poisoned by the lifestyle of that country. It just seems like there's
dude, I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm gonna explain why that happens. And there's a reason, and there's a reason you see it with them and no other fighters from any other country collectively. Look, like you see how niggas are in general with the whole ooh and ah of Cuban school of boxing. It's a real thing in real life. Like if you see it the way you see it online, it's like that in real life. Especially in places where Cubans congregate. So, AKA fucking down here. When they go to the gyms, people treat them like they're royalty. You always hear a story, oh yeah, this guy just defected. You be in the gym hitting the damn speed bag, and then you hear coaches mumbling, Russell. You feel their presence walk into the gym, and you hear this guy defected. He had to swim, do this, that. He's 113 and 12 type shit. Like these niggas be nice. But the thing is, there's some niggas, we like me and Pat, we real niggas. We see through that bullshit. We don't give a fuck about all that shit you did in Cuba, nigga.
Right. It's basically you have to kind of show and prove. And then I think most people, I think the problem is they come into they come entitled because they especially like, oh yeah, we've learned everything. And that's what I'm getting to. So you got niggas, you got a few niggas like me and Pat who see through that shit. But you got a lot of niggas who don't. And so what happens is you get coaches and you get systems and gyms and places where these niggas go to, and the coaches kind of let them kind of train themselves, do their own thing, run their own ship. Right.
Don't let 3 or 4 of them be in the same gym together. Then these niggas is fucking playing soccer and bouncing a goddamn tennis ball. You think look, I'll say this shit, nigga. I'm not no fucking boxing media. I'm a boxing media nigga, but I'm from a fucking pocket. Like I seen this shit with my own fucking eyes, nigga. Now, some people out there, if they've had experiences, low key, they might agree. I know there's some niggas out there driving in their car, YouTube playing, whatever the fuck, nodding their head like, like he's spitting. He ain't lying. He ain't fucking lying. I've seen it, dude. They get to run the gym. They get to kind of fucking not train as hard or get pushed as some of the other fighters do. And that happens a lot of times. And these niggas get entitlement. Like, and I'm talking I saw this era. This was the Gamboa era where I was seeing this shit in. Now think back, the Gamboa era of Cuban niggas was nicer than what we have now.
Yeah.
And I was seeing this shit back then. So imagine how bad these niggas are doing this shit now. Imagine how much these niggas is slacking off now in 2026. If I'm telling you niggas were slacking off in fucking 2023.
And, a few years back, Casamayor was nice. I walked away for a second. I'm just saying, there was some.
Yeah, Casamayor was dead nice, nigga. Like
even Rigo, even people talk shit, but Rigo was actually, Rigo, he's a beast too.
Rigo nice too, but that was a whole class of like Laura. All them niggas were just a whole. Even Barthélemy.
And even
brother, like
Barthélemy is when it started fucking up. Like
even before that, you had my guy Hurtado. Hurtado was fucking shit up back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah.
Like it was a different quality. Like, but them niggas, it's like I don't know. Like they took the training more. They was more skilled, so their slacking didn't equate to the drop off that these new niggas got because they never reached that level.
I also just think also that the newer class just leaned way too much into the amateur style to the point where it's just like, okay, you know what? No. Because at least the dudes before, made an effort to like box on some pro shit. Like, okay, not the slappy shit, not the box, like the little jab, box. Like, no, like fucking they would throw punches. Like you would see.
And then another thing too, it's also weird. It seems like every Cuban is fucking fast tracked. Like I don't know why that is. Like it just seems like
it's the entitlement. It's the people see dollar signs. People see like highly touted Cuban prospect, highly touted Cuban. You see that enough. It's like when people say Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning. That shit just got a nice ring to it. Like Grammy nominated writer Pat Scorpio for Ring Gang Radio. Like, see my nigga, you're like, damn, hold on, all right. You see, same thing. Highly touted Cuban prospect, highly touted Cuban gold medalist, Olympic whatever. Like you hear this shit, and so them niggas start believing that hype. Like maybe Morrell would have been better off going to Cuba. I mean, going training down here, where he would have got maybe some different type of work. You know, like like from Florida, as opposed to being in Minnesota, like. I don't know how many fucking Cuban niggas and nice niggas up there is in Minnesota, but hey, like, what I know.
He should have. If he didn't want to go to Florida, he should have go to Texas. He could have gotten a lot of looks down in Texas.
That too, yeah. Like I just don't see like look. If I'm having a boxing career, somebody's like, hey man, you could go to New York. I'm not saying these were his options, but just boxing world. You got New York, you got the Baltimore, Tri-State of DC area, you got Cali, you got Vegas, you got Florida and Texas, the top 6.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a choice in any of those and you don't take none of those and you take Minnesota over any of those choices, I don't know what's wrong with you. And if it's the weather, like you can't like look like if you say the weather, if you find with the weather, then go to New York.
Yeah, no. I mean, clearly now, other than race, dude has to do something to really turn around his career. Something has to happen because, like I said, when you plus 1,800 to plus 4,500, like underdog by KO, like was winning, like no, that's ridiculous. Like that's a horrible thing.
So to your point with to what you were saying, LB, I think if I recall correctly, I think Morrell wanted to be in like away from Miami because he didn't want to be with the distractions, and he also wanted to be in a city where Morrell actually wanted to learn English. So he wanted to go to a city where he would have to learn English. Like if you stay in Miami, he won't have to learn English. So
nigga, that's just look, dude. That mean he just gonna stay in fucking Coral Gables the whole time he in Florida? The fuck out of here! Did he already small-minded? If he thinking like that, did that tell me he'll be one of those niggas who, if a guy like what's that motherfucker that damn was what's that nigga that was training Wilder, Pat?
Malik Scott?
Not the Olympic nigga.
Oh, Mark Breland.
Thank you. That if you had that type of mentality, that means you would be in a gym with Mark Breland being inside that gym, and you won't soak up any knowledge while all the time he's in there with you.
Mm.
Like that means you'll always find a distraction. You'll always like, bro, like really, if you can't learn to speak English in South Florida, like that means you're not trying. It's just like, look, case in point, it's the reverse situation from the Zayas. Remember we had that argument in the chat about how he learned English in America, and it's like, nigga, you was in Puerto Rico, get the fuck out of here. It's not like you was in goddamn Siberia or some shit. So yeah, man, it's like, bro, like I get it. Some environments are more conducive to your progression, but it starts with your mind first, because that means you could get into a better situation and not even fucking realize it. Remember that video we had where James Toney is right in front of Caleb Plant and trying to drop gems, and Caleb Plant just seemed like he annoyed and he looking through his phone and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look where the fuck Caleb Plant career at now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's little shit like that, man. Like,
yeah,
I get what King P was saying. Like, I get it when you look at it. You could look at it that way, where, you know, hey, I could go in a completely Minnesota's so different from, you know, Miami. I'll be basically going into Little Havana, but then it's like, damn, like if niggas like kidnapping you and forcing you in Little Havana.
Well, like I said, I mean, I've
Like
always
Xander Zayas was up in Plantation, like.
I mean, I've always been critical about, like, because like I said, I've always said, because Cubans, like, once they come here, they lose their discipline, you know, and it's just like, and like I said, the Buffalo.
So what's his excuse up in Minnesota? Because he don't throw enough punches to seem like he in shape to me. Like, what is this? The fuck he was doing? Like it's something going wrong. Like, is it the mind, the training, the physicality? Like
the way, I mean, it could be a lot of things, and it just happened to rear its ugly head at the most inopportune time. So it's like, you know, so, and funny thing too is, like, he was like, because I was looking for the scorecards, he was leading the fight. Like, even if he lost the final round, he would have won a majority decision. Like, they, you know, that, like,
yeah, you could make a case he won the first 6 rounds. They were competitive 6 rounds. He might have lost one, but it wasn't until the 7th round where
that 7th is where yeah.
Zelly turned it around, and it was like, okay, like, hold on.
Zelly learned. I don't know. Zelly,
yeah,
he figured something, back him up in that. Obviously, it had to be something about put him in that corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's where he was getting when he was backing him up towards like the ropes in the corner. That's where Zelly was hurting him, and that was like after the 7th, 8th round. You know, obviously the 9th.
Dude, it was the Dalton Smith approach. When you see a nigga not moving his head and you could land something, you just keep going for it. Remember, he started throwing those straight lead rights that was catching Morrell when Morrell was having those lows.
He was punching. He was catching him in between. He was catching him in between a lot with the right straight the middle, right up the middle. It was nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, it wasn't even in no like.
It was just right through the middle. It was literally right through the middle. He was punching through the guard, and it was landing too. Yeah.
And that shit started slowly pushing him back, and gradually, like, Zelly knew the pressure was breaking him.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zelly stayed competitive with, like, he stayed a threat to Morrell the whole fight, and Morrell never like treated him like a threat, because if he saw Zelly as a true threat, he would have knew he would have to put some hands on him, more hands on him than what he was doing.
Right.
Like, it's like the whole, like, Saunders Lemieux, like, Lemieux's outbox, like, Saunders is outboxing Lemieux, but he's making him miss crazy, and he's jabbing and 1-2 and piecing him the fuck up.
Right.
Swollen his, and Lemieux, credit to Lemieux. Lemieux still trying, but you have to put some type of punishment on a motherfucker.
Exactly, and it was just a huge fail, and it's just not good, because, like I said, you can't. I mean, Morrell is like, I mean, you try to make him, like, you know, like a contender for whoever, you know, it's like you can't make him a contender. He has to go back to square one. Like, he has to rematch dude and hope that he can actually win this time, and then rebuild from there. Like, yeah, because it was that was upset that wasn't supposed to happen, and it just wasn't a good look for him to lose in the final round like how he did. It was just a really bad look.
Because then it's like, bro, it's not only your offense, because all this time we've been talking about his offense. Mm-hmm. And hey, shout out Marquise, salute, national recording artist.
Salute, Marquise.
It's also his defense was horrible. Like, he didn't know how to clinch. He didn't know how to take a knee. He couldn't do a Zab Judah fresh Quendo tackle. Like, nothing. Yeah, like, bro, like, you were just getting torn up, nigga.
Yeah, making faces and doing all types of weird footwork. Yeah, it was a poor performance for him, and it cost him, you know, and it cost him big, you know. So, I mean, like I said, hopefully whatever he's doing afterwards, after he kind of recovers, you know, from that fight. Like, I seriously hope that he takes he runs it back because that's a fight he cannot run from. He has to get that.
Yeah, like this ain't a Prescott Khan situation where it's like an early KO and you can kind of act like it never happened and keep it moving. Nah, bro, like you gotta run this back because whoever you fight next, if you don't run it back, then tell everybody it was a fluke or an off night or whatever, everybody's gonna be gunning for you a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the Trevor McCumbee type niggas.
I'm saying it's not a first loss for him, right? But it's like he's been ever since the Hot Rod fight. He has not looked good ever since he's been to 175. So my hopes in him are kind of like my last hope on him was if I'd favor him versus Callum Smith, and obviously that didn't happen. Callum Smith pulled out. So at this point, I'll watch his next fight. But
you supposed to whoop Callum Smith light, nigga.
No, I know, but Callum Smith's a little older now. He's 30. I think he just turned 35 recently, type of shit. Like he was a live dog in that fight. Like people were picking Morrell to, the younger guy.
Yeah, but like I don't know because it's the Cuban style it's Cuban school of boxing hype, nigga. Like they both had fight of the years, but who won they fight of the year?
Right, facts.
So you know what I mean. So we're just kind of like, I'm gonna go with the nigga who won that shit.
I mean, Callum Smith, even though, I still have a hard time forgiving him for what he did against Canelo. Like, he's a capable fighter, and like I said, when his mind is right, when his, and
he's one of the most like weird, like the John Ryder and Canelo.
Dubois the fight gave him a second life, right? I mean, let's be real. The Dubois fight gave him a second life.
Yeah, because it was such a hard fight from beginning to end. So yeah, it's like
hell, he tried more in the Beterbiev fight than he did in the goddamn Canelo fight.
Facts.
Well, at least he landed a few hooks on Beterbiev. Like with Canelo, you ain't supposed to let those smaller nigga like that. Imagine a motherfucker 5'7" whooping up on you and you 6'3".
And just getting punched in the arm, a few fights infuriated me. Like I hated a smaller fighter.
That's why I don't want to hear nothing about Benavidez was too big for goddamn Canelo. I ain't trying to hear that shit when Canelo done body Kovalev and beat up Callum Smith. Like David Benavidez was grade A work that he just ain't won.
Yeah, no, it was just awful.
Yeah, Morrell, nigga, you back to the drawing board. You need to fire your coach.
I mean, remember I mentioned before we started, he just left Ronnie Shields back in November of last year, so this was his first fight without Ronnie. So yeah, I mean, people
and it showed. It
definitely showed. He couldn't do basic shit in there, like no consistent jab. He just standing in front of dude, no different looks. He trying to change levels, but not really throwing punches. So if you're not throwing punches when you change levels, are you really changing levels? There's just so much this, like you almost have to do like Wilder and just start this nigga from the beginning.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like honestly, and it's crazy that you're comparing an Olympic a Cuban guy to Wilder, but it's true.
Speaking of that, that's a good segue, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely a good segue into. Well, it's probably one of the most savage fucking fights I'd seen in quite some time. Yeah, I said before, the heavyweight division has been popping. Like honestly. You'd be hard pressed to find a bad heavyweight. I mean, Fury. But I
don't think this was a fight of the year, though. Like,
no, I'm torn because some people are saying it was a bad heavyweight fight. It's among those heavyweight fights of the 2000s and beyond for heavyweight. No, I don't know. Some people are saying that. Some people are definitely saying that. So I don't know.
No, because this is the thing. It really wasn't competitive enough. Like outside of the knockdowns, Wardley was kind of getting pieced up throughout the fight. And whenever he tried to control it, Dubois hit him with the jab. And
but the thing though,
Pinky and Lukey,
No, I'm saying it was too
y'all
soon.
was
So,
right about that shit.
I mean, like the first 10 seconds, he dropped him with that overhand or whatever, and then it was like, okay, this is gonna, and then the first 4 rounds was looking like a classic. The first 4
But
rounds.
then he stopped. Like it
Then he
was
stopped.
all sporadic.
yeah, because I mean, I was in
One
the
punch
chat.
at a time.
Yeah, because I was in the chat. I was like,
no jab at
in the
all.
chat, I kept on saying like, "Oh, damn!" So one of these niggas need to start throwing jabs, like start the jab because
And Dubois was using it somewhat more than Wardley. Wardley had no jab at all. He wasn't throwing that.
And that was the difference, dude.
Wardley's not a jab guy. Because Wardley's not a jab guy. He's very crude. Like the way
crude
he
as
fights.
fuck.
It's weird because we call him the British. For all intents and purposes, he is the British.
I don't know how he hadn't racked up L's already with the way.
No, I mean he had that draw with Clark. But my thing is, in a similar sense, for all intents and purposes, he is the British Wilder with the right hand. They're just looking for the right hand. But Wilder would get the right hand with using the jab to kind of manage to find that that shot. With Wardley,
different fighter.
It's different.
Wilder had the height advantage over a lot of his opponents too.
Wardley would kind of do it in different ways, and it was kind of he would pull it out, kind of like
I mean, Wardley's throwing overhand rights against guys that could hit him flush with a straight right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he low key be winding up with some of his shots.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too is like even after Dubois started using his jab, like Dubois was still squaring up in front of him and falling into him and was kind of sloppy. And
that's what I'm saying. Once again, I said for the longest with Dubois, it's not his. He's got no heart. He's soft. No, he's not. He's just stupid. Like respectfully, he's like his ring IQ is not there. Like that's always gonna be his biggest problem. His chin and his ring IQ. He doesn't when you get him in certain situations, he doesn't know how to get himself out of those situations.
Yeah, he started glitching. I mean, I still think he a head case. He's a head case, but he's slow too. Like he ain't his boxing IQ is like in the tens or some shit.
No, like there are many. I feel like I can say this about a lot of his fights, but there were many rounds in that fight that showed me that he has no fucking situational awareness. And he's lucky that fucking that Wardley didn't clean his fucking clock because that could have ended a completely different way.
Because
this was the one fight where all things considered, a jab, like the technical skills. Because usually we marvel at technical skills between fighters when they're like, okay, it's Floyd Mayweather versus De La Hoya or some shit like that, where it's two grade A elite niggas. But it is not a much difference in winning in a fight like that with two elite technical guys, where just a little technical skill refinement is the major difference in fucking Wardley and Dubois.
But the funny thing is too is it wasn't like Wardley has overcome a technical. I mean, with the Hooney fight, he was getting outboxed, and then it was just one minor mistake of Wardley being able to time a counter that put Hooney down and out. So he at least had that.
But he knows how. But because he wills himself through adversity, like there's no quit in him.
I don't know if it's the 6th or 7th round, but it got demonic and kind of hard to watch. It was like the 7th or 8th round.
I mean, I think the 7th round was like a round, because there was a round where they were both just throwing some demonic shots at each other. They were landing too.
6 through, but I don't know if it was a 6 through 10. It was hard. I'm the Wardley truther on the panel. It was hard watching him get beat up like that because he had that Joe Joyce chin. That nigga was taking. How do you not get? How do you not even?
Yeah, Wardley not getting dropped is amazing to me because Dubois is a guy that can fucking punch. Like he could, and Wardley was out there wobbling over the place. Like
Wardley got a fucking head on him. Pause. Like
pause. Indeed.
Some of those fucking shots he took.
I don't know if it was before round 10.
He was taking them shit clean too.
I don't know if
it's
it was
not
round
like
10 or
it was going through the gloves or he was rolling them. He was
getting them shot. But I don't know if it was round 10 or round 11. Like before the round started, his legs were jelly. But it
was round 10. Like, dude, like I was like,
that
the
shit
doctors,
was crazy.
The ref, and in Wardley's corner, they all Ben Davison.
You think Ben Davison should have pulled him out?
Obviously. Yeah, like someone should have pulled him out. Like you saw him wobble out of his corner, and you wanted to continue. And then it's like,
see, and that's the crazy part because he looked like he let motherfucking Wardley continue, and he looked worse than that time Lee Wood was rocked against Laura, and he
That's
called
right.
the Laura fight. I mean, he called the Lee Wood fight off immediately.
No, what's the name? The ref is Don Charles, right? Was
I
that
mean,
the ref?
the ref is Foster.
No,
Don
but
Charles
I'm saying
Dubois'
that
father.
referee, that particular British referee is like the fucking prolific referee for early stoppages in the UK.
Yeah. He stopped
I was
fights
shocked
all
he
the
didn't.
time, but this time,
I was shocked he didn't. But I feel like he was probably told or whatever. Just like Wilder, everybody knows, and that's why the corner to pull him out. Wardley has been having that right hand save power.
at this
But
point,
the beating was like more sustained in this fight.
Yeah, but about round
than
9,
any other fight.
It was about round 9. It was like, he wasn't gonna. He didn't have enough to land that shot.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't feel like I'll be honest. Like I felt like Wilder Fury 3 was a better fight than this.
I honestly, I think it's the opposite. I thought that one was way too one-sided for me. This
fight was more one-sided. Like,
well, no, I mean, I thought Wilder was only competitive in one round in that fight, and that was the 4th round. And after that, it was just he was getting outboxed in the before that.
Well, I mean, Wilder and
but it had some dramaticness. Like, at least he dropped the nigga back and like I don't know. Like Wardley never seemed like he was in the Dubois fight outside of the knockdowns and maybe that one middle round. Like, there was never a time where it looked like he was gonna get back in the fight. But at least at Wilder Fury, don't get me wrong, like Fury beat his ass and he walked away with it at a certain point. But there was a good portion of the fight between Wilder and Fury in the 3rd fight where Wilder still had a chance, or the fight was looking like, whoa, like it had a dramaticness to it, like something can happen.
I mean, for me, because I mean, it just depends. Because Fury has recovery powers out this world, whereas Dubois does not. So that's the thing. I was waiting for Wardley. So that's where I didn't have that type of suspense from Fury Wilder.
I mean, I feel you. Like Dubois does it, but it just looked like Wardley could never. Like it's like Wardley could do a super move, that overhand right, but it takes like 3 of them in a row to win the fight, and he could only just pull out one at a time.
But I mean, like,
and that's what was happening.
You're gonna take when a fighter takes enough of a beating, and you've been in a gym where you're sparring and you don't have enough power to land the shots you want to land. Like after a certain amount of ass beating, or you just like getting depleted of your energy and your will, you're trying, but you just don't have the juice. Pause. You don't have the juice to land that shot. Especially in
I mean, that's the thing. See, like me personally, like I don't know how that. I've never gotten my ass. I've lost. Like being outworked, whatever, you can't land, but they outland you. But getting tired, getting your ass whooped, like I've never experienced that. So I don't. I mean, like
yeah, but I mean, but Wardley though, it's just like had Wardley actually gone to the body and wasn't so right hand happy, because Wardley has a good left hook, and he has an uppercut.
Yeah, like yo, Pat, I'm sorry to, like, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, it seemed like he was more one-dimensional to that night than any other night before.
Yeah, because usually in fights enough, like he's throwing a variety of punches. It's just like it just seemed like he was just obsessed with trying to not get Dubois out there with one shot. Yeah. And it's
like he was low-key headhunting. Let's be like pause. Like, hey, what up, Rob? Salute.
What's good, Rob?
Like,
no, because that second because as a Wardley fan or whatever, after that second knockdown, and I might have thrown it in the chat, I was like, go to body, because after when Triple D took that knee, he was hurt. Like the first round when he got dropped, that was, I wouldn't say it's a flash knockdown, but the first, like he had more, obviously.
I think he was hurt on each of them knockdowns.
But the third one, he had
never took advantage of it.
If Wardley went to the body, and I don't know, like he didn't have, I don't know, he had a chance. And that was his last chance, and he did have a chance if he went down back up, but I don't know, he didn't.
Yeah, no, but it was just uncomfortable. Just like I said, yeah, it's just. I mean, yeah, they wanted Wardley. Like I said, Wardley was trading with Dubois in those rounds too, because Dubois was still giving them too many chances, because it's like Dubois would stop jabbing, and
Wardley hurt him at the very end.
Yeah, And I think that was us like he's hurt though, but Dubois is giving him too many chances to actually fucking win. And then it's just and you can hear Dubois' corner, like, I mean his father had to slap him like after the fourth round. It was like, okay, get your ass, get your head in order, you know what I'm saying? Like pause. And like it actually in fight. And thankfully in the 11th round, the referee was like, Dubois hits him with two right hands and puts him on the ropes, and finally like, the ref had to stop that shit because I'm just like, you want this dude to die because that fight, because the fact that fight went into round 11 was amazing, was incredible to me because I said before, it's like if it goes a distance, either offense failed or defense failed, like and just like
or a ref failed, a quarter failed.
Yeah, I know. Like, I
mean, they let this nigga march to his doom, son.
Yeah, honestly, like if that actually went the distance, like I mean, Wardley probably would have died or something like because he was getting to the point like he
might be the new Joe Joyce. Like I keep seeing, I don't know who was manning the Twitter that night, but whoever was saying that nigga he need to just rematch Dubois because that might be the only way he get a title shot.
That was me. I said that, because.
Yeah, you ain't lied, nigga.
No, I agree 100%. 100%. Like, just I mean,
and the fight is still winnable for him.
No, I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. See if you can prolong it. Give yourself a good rest your brain a little bit. But yeah, definitely activate that to make sure it's next, just because it's gonna be your last chance. Because yeah. I mean, because it's winnable, but if he continues against somebody else, it's just like I don't know.
But he's another one of these niggas where. You gotta take him out, whatever gym he's in, and put him in a real gym and teach him some.
Ben Davison. You got every fighter that goes with this thing with Ben Davison, they start looking mid. Like start from Fury and all. Like Ben Davison has to be replaced.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is because Ben Davison, I thought he was quality. Like he knows boxing, he knows how to outbox guys, but if you're not a good defensive fighter, he's definitely not gonna make you better defensively.
That's facts.
Like he's like maybe he might be the British fucking Derek James or something.
Like I was saying, he's a good motivator. Like I see, like I mean,
like he knows boxing. You hear him talk, he knows fucking boxing.
But it just seems like at some point though, like when there's a high, there's an incredible low, and it's just like. And every single time his fights hit this incredible, they either like they have a poor performance or it's an upset, and
they can't get away out of fucking obvious punches, like just like fucking Josh Taylor could not avoid the goddamn straight lefts from Catterall. Lee Wood couldn't avoid them goddamn straight lefts from Conlon. Like it's something about.
Warren's gonna escape the straight right hands from Laura. Like you gotta have every single one of them joints. Like
and it's like one thing I'm big on is having defensive awareness, and that seems like it's a lost art. And what I mean by defensive awareness, kind of like knowing what type of punches are coming for you, and you have some type of reaction to them. Even if you react by going like this or putting your hand up or closing your eyes, going like, I'd rather see that than a nigga just stand there and just fucking eat the punch straight off.
Yeah, and I know people were like, 'cause I know someone replied to one of my tweets talking about was like, well, like I said, in 10 years he became heavyweight champion. He only fought like in white collar smokers and shit like that.
I mean, for all intents purposes,
Wardley's still an overachiever.
Yeah, Wardley is. I mean, like, he's the British Wilder remix. The only difference is Wardley fought better fighters than Wilder did in the 10-11 defenses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Wardley has fought better fight. I know his first defense was against Dubois, but even that Parker or Hooney might be a top 2 Wilder. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
Josh Parker is a better win than anything Wilder has.
Yeah. I mean, Hooney would be a top 3 Wilder win in that top 10 or 11 range.
Nigga, we just said, dude. Chisora just became the top 2 Wilder win.
But I'm saying it's similar. They're both overachievers. I mean, I know Wilder has a little bit of amateur experience. He got a bronze medal. But I'm just saying they're both They're both one-trick ponies with the right hand. They land it in different ways. They both got cool little stories that you could make a movie or Netflix series. But
But the thing is, though, Wilder has at least had an amateur foundation, as he has an Olympic foundation.
Yeah, he has a Stavern 1 performance.
Yeah. Where Wardley really got it, like how Wardley got to where he is nothing short of a miracle, because you're not supposed to. Like, that's why me and LB were shitting on him, like when we saw him fight, because he looked like he wasn't the type of like the
I
fact
can
that
understand how you was a fan, but you like Tim Tszyu, no defense, having ass, so I got the correlation, but
yeah, because
not really. Like I was a Tim Tszyu stan. Like I'm picking Spence over Tszyu. Come on now.
I mean, you always was damn take it up for that motherfucker.
Yeah. But I mean, you do get props for actually seeing what me and LB didn't see with Wardley, though. But
with Wardley,
I give him his props. He saw something.
But it's just but now,
yeah.
But now it's like, I mean, you can see now it's like, yeah, he needs to take the rest of the year at least, because like he
Man Monster need a break.
And on the flip side, I know people were picking Dubois. They were like a little worried because of the whole, the quitting aspect, right?
As they should.
As they should.
Yeah, that's
No, it was justified. What I'm saying is, it did show that they experienced, and clearly Dubois is a better boxer than Wardley. He's just a better boxer. You know what I'm saying? Overall,
Yeah. I mean, Dubois' technical foundation.
But people who was picking Wardley weren't picking him because of skills. It was more he just overcomes adversity better than Dubois does, even though Dubois has overcame adversity. It's just his mental, like Dubois is just so fucked up that
I mean, Dubois isn't the sharpest.
Like, come on.
He's not the sharpest fucking knife in the drawer. He might be the dullest. No offense. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll say I said it in the chat too, because he sounded a lot clearer after that fight. I was like, oh, okay.
No, he didn't even take. I mean, I know he got dropped twice, but he didn't take a bad beating like that. Like, I mean, it was that typical.
Yeah, dude, he dominated the fight, man. Like, the fight wasn't like it had some demonic moments. It was throwing, but it wasn't no.
Okay.
No, like there was no bar burner.
What? Like it or not, he became a 2-time champ. You know what I'm saying? He became a 2-time. Not many.
Dubois fucking around gonna low key be a Hall of Famer.
Low key, he's only 20. And remember, I mean, I don't think he's gonna box until he's 40, but he's only 28 years old. Like, to be 28, be a 2-time heavyweight champ, like, hey, I mean,
because this is the thing. Look, if he don't fight Usyk for the 3rd time, whatever, thank God. Like, whatever, but if Usyk retires, whatever, and the belts get separated and he manages to keep a belt, grab some others, maybe become undisputed or become unified, like, that's, like, I don't know, that's pretty solid career, huh?
So, I mean, Dubois definitely has a path. I mean, thankfully there's a Caballero fight. Like, if he goes after a Caballero and takes Usyk's work and stuff like that, like,
that's a good ass fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great.
And low key,
that might be the heavyweight fight.
Low key, with the way Usyk's going out, I think whoever wins Richard Torres versus Sanchez, the IBF title is going to be, because that's going to be I feel like eventually, like, there might be the IBF champion of that fight. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, the way Usyk's dropping belts one by one.
WBC champion too, depending on how this shit plays out with the kickboxer.
But real quick before can I address the elephant in the room? I know we talked about it, but is it too early for the Atama fight, or to fucking make it right now? I'm just wondering, like, make Atama versus
we said it in the chat.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah,
because I favor Moses, but people are thinking Dubois could quote unquote ruin him if it goes deep waters type shit. So I'm just
wondering. Now look, if Moses supposed to be the truth, like these niggas is saying,
you should get him out. He should be him.
Because look, dude, how many other more people can Moses fight outside of Dubois and Caballero to prove he's the goods at heavyweight?
Yeah, I mean, like, he knocked out Jermaine Franklin, who gave hard fights to both Dillian White and Joshua.
Yeah, so. Like, the only other person you could throw at him, like, if you want to throw at Moses, and I'll give you these names. You got a Jagba.
Yeah,
just Zuffa fight. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It's possible.
Jarrell Miller, maybe Jarrell Miller, maybe.
No. Get the fuck out of here with that. That ain't gonna show us nothing. And I'll give you Ricardo Torres. That's his name.
Torres.
No, because I've been
Richard. Right. I'm sorry, Richard Torres.
But I've been on record saying I think like really Dubois. I mean, Usyk's the only one I definitely favor against Otama. Like to be honest, but then again, you don't know. You never know until he.
But I'm just saying names was leading up to Usyk, or if.
But it's not.
If he
it's not too early. But it's
Dubois.
not too early. Like you know, if you are who you say you are, you should be able to beat Dubois.
Yeah.
If you're Otama.
Yeah. So that's why I say it's not too early because Otama is basically he's heading for a title shot soon. Like depending.
Would you pick him to beat Anthony Joshua?
Otama?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have a good shot. I wouldn't.
He'd have a good.
Y'all wouldn't pick him. Y'all would still pick Joshua over him.
60-40 for Moses.
Mine's gonna be 60-40 for Joshua because, like I said, it's just it's still the fight experience. Joshua has a lot of fight experience.
How about you?
Man, I feel you, but motherfucker lost to the Dubois. Good God.
But what do you have it, Shutter? What do you have it? Would you favor Moses over?
I would pick Moses to KO Joshua. But I would pick Joshua beat the shit out of Fury though.
I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I mean, that Dubois. I mean,
the styles make fights. Too.
Yeah, because like I said, whereas Dubois got his ass handed to him by Usyk twice, Joshua gave Usyk hard fights. You know, so it's like
like Joshua had Usyk had to go into second gear for them fights. So style. But if there's one heavyweight I think who beats everybody, I had to gun to my head is Caballero.
And Caballero is kind of like he's a wild card, but he's the
I give him a 60% chance to beat everybody.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I'd favor Otama over Caballero to be honest. But it'd be
Nigga, that's literally the only 50-50 heavyweight division fight.
Yeah, because I mean Caballero is
pure 50-50.
Because Caballero is a rare fighter that you can find on the inside. He's a combination puncher and he's a body puncher. You know,
and he hits hard on top of it. It's not some Sam Solomon motherfucker.
Yeah, so you know, he does get clocked, and his chin he does not chin even. He can be dropped, but it's like it seems like the heavyweights in this generation don't have an answer for a style, at least a good one. So it's like
honestly, I feel like he's what Chris Arreola would have panned out to be if he didn't if he took the nutrition part serious.
That's also true.
Like just a big athletic guy. He's not the biggest, but a big athletic guy who's throwing combinations, working the body, volume puncher, but hits hard, kind of mean in the ring. Because Chris Arreola was mean.
Yeah, front foot pressure off the chin. Yeah, so it's like, that's why it's like, you know, Caballero, he needs to get back in the ring soon because you don't want him to get too rusty. And I get it, you know, because Usyk's you know, kind of fucking up his situation with this, you know, doing the kickboxer shit this month. So it's like, you know, so I get it. He doesn't want. I mean, he's not
better fight fucking Caballero or somebody good.
Yeah, no, but like Wardley though, like and thankfully, you know, I think Wardley put something on Twitter that he was okay and whatnot. He checked out, but but Wardley, you know, if he's gonna have a career, he's number one. He needs rest because he's had too many wars in a row. Like, bro needs some serious brain rest. Like, his brain is probably screaming at him right now. Like, bro is probably, you know, like
install a double end bag above his bed because he need to move his fucking head.
I'm saying I don't know if he went to the ER or the ICU but I know he shot. I don't know if you saw the clip of him shouting out to his mom saying he's okay, but you weren't really that okay. I hope you got your head checked.
No, he wasn't okay. He's probably hearing the phone ringing right now, and it's not really ringing. Like, you know, because he got. I mean, all the pictures you see in the fight online, like they're brutal. Like, because they're like 4K, 8K pictures of this motherfucker getting hit with all types of shit, and it's like brutal. Like, and
he really looking like you see the cut on his nose, face,
his mouth and shit like that. His eye closed and swollen,
lip going around.
Yeah, But here's the thing about this fight: like that fight got a lot of attention, but ESPN again they dropped the ball on. It was trending on social media, and ESPN, the main ESPN, didn't carry it, and ESPN Ringside was posting shit on WWE. And don't get me, I like wrestling, but it was simply that's ESPN Ringside was meant for boxing first,
Well,
I ain't gonna lie. There's been too much damn wrestling dick riding on.
No, but like the whole TKO, Zuffa, ESPN, and it's all connected now.
That's what makes it so for boxing.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when they had the Benavides and the Monsters, they actually put it in a timely manner. They didn't do this shit in a fight which was clearly over the social media, like the zone on the social media, like it was.
It's all corporate. Like somebody probably told them, "Hey, don't pay attention to it," type shit, and they didn't. In a way, it's different. They're like, "Well, this is in a way it'll look bad if da 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 da. I got this deal with this nigga, that nigga. Yeah, post that shit." But yo, Pilot, what you was about to say?
I forgot.
But yeah, no, it's just I was just like, because ESPN Ringside didn't post anything on it until like maybe 3 hours ago. I just saw it. That's why I was like, oh, it took you long enough. Like the whole fight, this fight was fucking buzzing. Like
weekend over, nigga.
Yeah, so it's just like I was like, God damn, like if and then also Max Kellerman kind of pissed me off too, because Max Kellerman was downplaying this fight, but he was over here being a shill for Zuffa. I'm just like, dog, like what the fuck?
Max Kellerman.
Yeah, Matt Marquise. ESPN too busy showing Banana Ball.
What the fuck is Banana Ball?
They show every other fucking wild ass sport, but except for boxing, which is the oldest fucking sport in existence. And it fucking kills me because ESPN has such a history with boxing, and it's just like it's second fiddle to these motherfuckers. It's fucking ridiculous. And
it's like nobody else like comes up with like better production consistently, like that could really rival them niggas. So that's the sad part, like, because the zone should really be looking production wise a lot better than what it does, seeing the competition that's out there.
Well, I mean, its competition right now is fucking Paramount, Paramount Plus, which is
like, dude, like, bro, think about this. The zone shit don't even look great, and it's compared to Zuffa shit that's in a goddamn warehouse with a bunch of corporate niggas standing around on walkie-talkies watching a goddamn prospect fighting, fight a 10-rounder.
Yeah, no, but I mean, do we have any more bars for Wardley? And we could definitely say it to the Zuffa shit because I have a bar or two for that one.
Nah, go ahead, do your thing.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Off that Wardley pack and that Morrell pack.
Shout out to my Fabio truthers. If you believe, we got one more dance in us, maybe.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does, and hopefully he can,
has some fucking defense in you, nigga. Shit.
Well, I mean, hopefully Frank says there's a rematch clause. Hopefully he activates it, because else the longer he waits, he's not gonna regain that belt. He needs a sure thing to have a chance of regaining that belt. He's gonna need to.
I mean, or he's basically Joe Joyce, but he got the title out of it.
or it's gonna be Joe Joyce.
Joe Joyce 2.0. Like, I'm trying to think what was smaller than Juggernaut. Like, what was he? Avalanche or hold on, like wrong guy? Like, I don't know. Like, damn.
But I mean, similar fashions were like,
Gladiator.
Their chin, their chin was durable. They took shots, paused, but couldn't get cracked. Didn't get cracked, and eventually it's just you chip away, it's gonna get cracked.
Yeah,
again, Juggernaut actually got cracked, and he got thrown across the island.
Yeah,
in boxing and on the cartoon.
Facts. But
all of that shit.
But yeah, that's a good segue too for Zuffa too, because we saw a fighter who's seemingly now is probably cooked too with Bohacek, and Shane Mosley Jr. Man, because I didn't say unfortunately because I missed it live because of that boring ass Rodriguez Perella fight, which was kind of boring. But I watched it this morning too, and Bohacek looked shaky from round fucking one. Like he's
Is it the 160? Hold on, but is it the 160? Because I know Ballchuck was always the bigger 154, but
this is
but he
160.
kind of looked a little small compared to Mosley. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Remember Mosley was fought most of his career at 168. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Mosley, and I'll say this too. Like Mosley finally put together a competent offensive performance against a guy that was just shaky. And funny things too is like it started off. It was phone booth action. It started off like that too, but you could tell Mosley was hurting dude early, and Bajacek was just.
Hold on, didn't I say Mosley was going to fight like that and beat his ass? Like
you did.
I could have sworn I picked him like the stop dude. Like he gonna feel it.
Rest in peace to Ring City, because remember most people that watch boxing didn't remember Brandon Adams slumping fucking him way back when. It felt like.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that shit.
But I mean that's probably the most memorable moment of Ring City. That's like like you think about Ring City, that's like the one moment you can really point to. You know what I'm saying?
Although Ring City has some quality cards.
No, they had some great fights. They had some great fights.
It's just NBC Sports kind of fucked up the money behind it, and it's.
But I mean, after Butchuk got stopped by Adams, he was on a fucking tear. Like he was on that Lubin shit, 154. That 154 shit. If you suffer now at 154 and you like that, you're gonna come back and just knock. You're gonna have a great run. You're gonna come back, but
Yeah, but the problem was Bajacek was just like I said, he had too many fights where he's just fighting his type of style. Even in wins like the Mendoza fight, he was beating the shit out of Mendoza, but Mendoza was still lacing him. The Ortiz fight, he was, he arguably
he never wins the easy fight. That's pretty much he like a lesser talented Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, it's just, and then you got the Bataev fight. That was a hard fight this year. Like that was a super hard fight. Bataev is a motherfucker to fight. It's just like
that was like what 3 months ago, maybe, if that. That wasn't even that long.
And that's an undersized dude, like bro, like. Yeah. A motherfucker who's a career welterweight is pushing you, nigga.
Yeah, it's getting to the point right now. It's like it's actually scary now how cooked he is, because I mean when Mosley dropped him the first time, he short circuited, because I actually didn't think Mosley could even have the power to drop him. I didn't see that at all.
I think Mosley's natural bigger, and Mosley is he fought at 68 and 60.
Mosley could crack though, like that's the thing, like. It just he fights a style where I don't think he gets the most out of his punches. You'll see him crack people hard every now and then. I remember he caught Rosado with a nasty uppercut.
Mm-hmm. And albeit being washed, Dan Jacobs is a great, pretty. He beat Dan Jacobs.
Dan Jacobs was a good win for him, though. But this was a good win for him. But he needed this type of knockout, because Bajacek was just like. He was right for the taking, and then
the confidence he get from beating somebody's ass and pushing them off the cliff, because there's some people who would have went the distance with this bow and check.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, nah, nigga, make a statement.
Yeah, like put him away, and it was a nice heartwarming picture, because. Mosley and Mosley, like his father and the grandfather, Jack Mosley, they were all there. They were watching it. So,
oh wow!
You could tell Shane was really happy. Like in the crowd, they kept, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of went OD with the whole family. And he, Shane Jr. was calling his Jen. He was calling Jen his mom. But nothing's wrong with that. If you're telling your mom, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, it was Mark Krieger with the bullshit ass. Family drama shit. So, but I will say Mosley definitely looked proud of his son throughout that fight. He was happy, and it's good for him. Shane Mosley.
Yeah, it was good, because, like I said, Shane Mosley, obviously, dude used to knock niggas out. So the fact that his son actually knocked somebody the fuck out, as someone that was notable, that was good shit. I know he was pleased.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
I know he had to be proud. Like, he took that nigga to Hardee's or some shit.
Shane can never hold his emotions. Shane, you can always tell you can never hold a poker face with Shane Mosley.
Well, when Shane Mosley's sad, that motherfucker's sad.
Yeah,
when he's happy, that nigga happy.
Yeah, no, but that was just because that was a good fight on there on Zuffa, like I said. But I just wish though it wasn't on Zuffa, because like Mosley Jr. should be going for a legit title, not for a Zuffa middleweight title. Whatever.
Yeah, and it's like more people needed to see a motivated Shane Mosley Jr. put on this type of performance. Like I feel like a lot of times people see the times where Shane Mosley Jr. struggles, so they start underestimating him and thinking he's not capable of this. And it just because just real quick, I'm just saying, like, I seen them Zuffa numbers have been like horrible.
They have, yeah.
But ever since that Quigley fight, which I thought he won, but he got robbed, he's kind of turned the corner. Ever since that Quigley, he's improved. I know me and Pat, everybody, we used to always think, maybe, every boxer's son, you're not cut out for it type shit. But he's kind of proved that Quigley.
Yeah, I was saying that when he fought on fucking Pacquiao and Jeff Horn's card, and he looked ass. Like he was on that shit. Yeah. I thought he was terrible.
Do you think
he was another guy who had that Morrell syndrome where he wasn't sure what he wanted to be? Was he a boxer puncher? Do he want to come forward? And this is why I ain't gonna say, like me and Pat, we harp on the jab being so important, because if you start fighting behind your jab, you slowly start to realize what type of fighter boxer you are.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of niggas don't fight off the jab enough, so they don't start developing those different looks of offense and defense off the jab to kind of create their style, and that stagnates them.
Do you think he beats Colin Walsh?
Who?
Mosley.
Yeah, of course, beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Walsh is terrible.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. They would rob him in that fight. Like Mosley needed this type of performance so he could go in there, and when he see guys who are on his level or below it, he put more offense and he has more belief in his firepower and his offense and really try to punch and hurt these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't have a close fight like he did with Quigley. Although it wasn't close. It wasn't
close. He clearly beat that motherfucker.
He got robbed, but imagine if he would have dropped Quigley a couple times.
Right.
Or hurt him or stopped him. If he would have really, really put harder punches together.
Yeah, I mean, his fight with Ramos, like that was a fight where he kind of needed to kind of. Well, that's where his defense was failing him because that motherfucker was getting hit too clean.
He was, but that's a fight where he was starting to believe in his power too.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I walked away being more impressed with Shane Mosley Jr. than I did with Ramos.
And usually that's not really a thing because Ramos is usually pretty impressive. It's like just
exactly. Because I'm trying to remember, weren't we like, damn, Ramos spoiled on the vine? Like the fuck going on? Like.
That was it. But like I said, but like Mosley, because Mosley Jr. is like he's 35, so like time is not necessarily on his side, and and the fact that he inherited his father's chin and he fights the way he does, it's like it's only a matter of time. Like he has to get a shot at it.
He definitely inherited his father's chin. Like Shane Senior had a fucking chin, a beard on him. Yeah, this guy definitely.
Yeah,
imagine your dad has a chin, speed, and power. And out of the three, you only inherit his chin.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just imagine.
Yeah. It's just a chin. It's just like, and like I said though, but he works hard. I get it. It's like, not everyone can be Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley Senior though, but it's just like it's just crazy that the chin is the only thing that that's his elite trait because like he gets hit though, but it takes a lot to put him down or away, which I don't think he's been down yet.
You gotta really like put an ass whooping on Shane Mosley Jr. to like drop him, stop him. Like he built Ford fucking tough. Like
I remember. The only time I ever felt like he really took a really horrible ass whooping was Brandon Adams at the end at the Contender finale. Like that
was like the beginning.
Brandon Adams kind of beats up everybody though.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon's beat the living shit out of him. I was like, geez, and this was actually good performances too. And then that was just a mean level of separation. Yes.
But shout out to Shane Mosley Jr. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. Proud of the whole family. He's still maintaining it. You know, we want to see this nigga win. Like, I'm telling you. Like,
Yeah, I want a world title. I don't want a Zuffa title. I want him
I want to see this nigga get a world title.
Yeah, like dude could be middleweight champion. I legit middleweight champion. Like I want him to at least go up there, or at least Zuffa at least can do him and tell him like, look, we'll bring a middleweight champion for you here, like something like, bro needs an actual world title. Not a game.
They were pushing him. I mean, they were using the Shane Mosley Sr. You know, they were using the fame off. You know, I mean, so they're invested in him clearly. If they're going to keep.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I mean, fly him out to the UK and see if him and Denzel Bentley could get a good fight.
That's a good ass fight. That's a really good ass fight.
Exactly.
That's a real good ass fight. Like,
that'd be
a
real good fight.
Bentley would be the favorite in my opinion, and not an overwhelming favorite.
Right, exactly. And I would definitely support that fight. But yeah, like Mosley deserves better, and Zuffa needs to find a way to get people to watch their cards, because if they're not even in top 10 for the weekend. Because I think I saw the tweet. It says Nacho
Libre.
Yeah, and that movie is terrible to me. I wouldn't even I saw that shit.
Yeah, it's not even a good Jack Black movie.
Yeah, and I'm just like. Yeah, and if that is on the top 10, but Paramount's gonna drop them. Like Paramount's gonna be like, wait, what the fuck is this? We paid you all this money.
The nigga said Nacho Libre.
Yeah, no.
If my fight ain't doing Nacho Libre numbers, there's a goddamn problem.
Right? No, absolutely. Yeah, like I mean, honestly, Paramount, they could have aired this on CBS on free TV. A lot of these cards are free TV ready. And that's the facts. Yeah. I mean, there was a whole bunch of upsets on there. Build it on TV. Don't have to put it on.
It's just not worth it though. Like more people, I feel like will watch these fights if there was on regular CBS type Channel 10 shit, whatever, than they would with a fucking Paramount app, because a lot of niggas don't have Paramount. And then boxing is one of those things like you have to treat it as its own entity. Like you cannot package boxing with any other sport. Like boxing works well with hip hop. That's the only thing you can really partner boxing with. As far as like trying to make it play third fiddle behind wrestling and UFC, like you're not gaining new boxing fans by doing that.
Facts.
And you're only pissing off the UFC and wrestling fans that aren't also boxing fans.
Right.
So it's like you're doing this shit like, okay, we rented out this venue to talk about the WWE title fight, SummerSlam. But before we do that, we're gonna get into this Rayo Venezuela De Los Santos rematch. Like that's the type of shit y'all doing, and it's like it just comes off second rate, and people see the production values from the Netflix cards, the Pro Box cards, the DAZN, the Amazon, and when they see that, and then they see how it's presented by Zuffa, it just screams second rate. And I don't think niggas is just taking it serious. Even though the fights could be good, it just comes off as some second rate. It looked like one of those, if you grew up in the 90s, back when Street Fighter 2 was big, you had a lot of other clone fighting games. You had the other, Fatal Fury's up there, Art of Fighting, those were more popular from SNK, but you had shit that was like Battle Instinct.
Or Time Killer, that was my personal
Time Killer, yeah, like Time Killer. Like you had off-brand fighting games, Pit Fighter, like.
Yeah, Pit Fighter.
But that was a popular off-brand ass game, but
soon
as Mortal Kombat came, it crushed that shit.
Yeah, it was a wrap for all those games. Like
so you see the difference between a Street Fighter and a Mortal Kombat, and then you see Pit Fighter, Clay Fighter.
Yeah, Clay Fighter was trash.
Yeah, you see all the second rate shit, and that's how Zuffa looks when you compare it to the atmospheres and the productions of all the other boxing that's out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's not all the other boxing isn't presented as a third fiddle, second fiddle to MMA or WWE.
And it has too many fucking shows. Like the commentary, like Ward and Max, between them two, I don't know. Ward be saying some off-brand shit, and Max be shilling anything that he possibly can show.
Yeah, like we just like it's just a recipe. Like it's a recipe for the disaster. Like, to be honest, it's probably the worst incantation of boxing ever packaged on network or any live system or whatever. Like, even the True TV cards where Tim Bradley was on commentary are better than the Zuffa cards.
Oh yeah. Those True TV cards used to be lit too.
Thank you, nigga. Like I could just the presentation. I could go Wealth TV, Bounce TV, all of these shits just fucking. I'll go to goddamn Tuesday night fights on USA, motherfucker. Like, just everything has just been presented, and it's crazy how it's 2026, and you haven't improved off of any of the shit I just said. Y'all giving us goddamn warehouse, underground, shoot fighter, fucking background for a fucking boxing.
We've seen that already for Turkey last summer with this fucking doghouse boxing shit, and that was done 10 times better. And that was a DAZN production. He did that.
So this is like bottom of the bar already low, and y'all niggas is lower than that. Like, literally, like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, Zuffa, like I said, because Paramount's not gonna. I mean, if you're not even getting the ratings, like Paramount is not gonna keep. You're not gonna keep Zuffa on there, no matter what they say. No matter how much money.
They barely want to keep the UFC. The UFC numbers ain't that much better.
Exactly. So it's like,
none of this shit. And my whole thing is just like, y'all can't package all that shit together. Like, if Paramount ever decides to do a boxing deal again, boxing needs to be a separate. Like, you can't bring it on no conglomerate shit. Like, if you're a promotional entity, company, network, and you're bringing boxing to Paramount, God damn it, that's the only boxing you're bringing. That's the only combat sport. That's it.
Right.
You can't Trojan horse some other shit. Okay, yeah, we're bringing slap boxing, pillow fighting, and freeze tag. Like, wait, where's the boxing? Oh, boxing will go on after freeze tag championships, my nigga. And then we'll do this. Or every Saturday, every third Saturday, we gonna do the light heavyweight pillow matchup. Like, no, nigga, like, I just want fucking boxing, goddamn it.
Facts.
And that's what's going on at Paramount. You just got so much shit that's just, they don't know how to itemize it. Like, Netflix does a better job of just, hey, boxing, and then, hey, UFC.
Now they
like,
did mention
they give everything the same promo.
Pause. They're just giving it up. Pause. But I will say, with the whole but I will say, like, the whole Haney Shakur thing, because I don't know if we mentioned that or not, but like,
oh yeah, talk about that, but bring that up.
Because Cappinger, yes, Mike Cappinger was talking about, he was talking about how, like, just the reports, negotiations of Haney, Shakur fighting Band. They mentioned Haney, they mentioned a few other guys, but and Dana White also mentioning everybody's gonna be at Zuffa. Their pockets are deep, so. For now, yeah, it might be a situation where a lot of people are going to say, I don't want to watch Zuffa, but their favorite fighter is going to be on Zuffa, and then they're going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go, Zuffa's trash. Zuffa, and for all intents and purposes, to me, it's another platform. I get the whole pay and everything in between. I'm going to watch. I'll just watch about it. But
it's still trash because all it's going to do is it's going to toe the line because people's going to start realizing that some of these niggas ain't boxing fans and they're just stands, and some of the stands ain't gonna make the crossover like a boxing fan would to watch something. Because some of those stands might get turned away by the atmosphere.
But
like,
I will say, but I think
I'm gonna just say this: like, you can't present guys like Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson, all these big name guys who've been in big name arenas.
No, I think, but to your point, I know you're gonna say, I think they're gonna be on some ring card. I think they'll be incorporated with the ring cards. Like, I don't think they're gonna fight in front of 1,500, in front of 10,000,
in the warehouse.
They're not gonna fight. They're not gonna fight in the Apex with 1,500 people. Like.
But see, that's the problem though. Zuffa has already had enough fights in there that were worthy of bigger venues already.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, dude, think about this. That card that had Rayo on it, nigga, that's a 5K venue easily. At least 3,000.
I think they're traveling to the UK soon. But my thing is, I think with the bigger names, with the bands, maybe I don't know the Hitchens Berlanga thing. I think they're gonna package them together. But I think Hitchens.
But we don't. But see, it's another gamble because we don't know. Because look, they still have to give us a first time presentation of these niggas. We've only seen one level of these niggas,
right?
So we don't know. Like, is the lighting going to get better because y'all got a celebrity superstar boxer there, or is it still going to be shitty? Is niggas going to be shitting? If niggas is shilling for fucking William Callum or whatever the fuck, are these niggas gonna shill for Shakur like that? It's like you still got so many fucking questions and mysteries behind this shit, where it's like niggas just want to look toward a big fight without thinking about, okay, how this gonna look.
Exactly.
And niggas is turning on these niggas more so than anything, because niggas is already get the impression that if you go to Zuffa, you ain't trying to really, trying to run from competition.
You ducking the smoke. But but if they got Hitchens, Berlanga, De Los Santos, and you get Haney and Shakur, it does legitimize it. I'm just saying, like, just to allow
only if they fucking fight each other. But then the whole question is like, well, couldn't have y'all done this outside of Zuffa?
Exactly.
And that's what just makes. That's the whole. What's that shit Kiki Palmer be saying? The gag is like, nigga, like, that's the whole stupid part of this shit. Shout out to K, so, but that's the whole stupid part of this shit. The damn, like, it's like okay, it's like playing basketball on one court, and it's like y'all can have downs on this court, but y'all go to another court and wait 3 games instead of 1 to finally play. It's like, nigga, you could have fucking played on the first court. Like, why you wait 3 other games by going to another court? But niggas say, well, the niggas on the first court, them niggas is the real ballers. Them niggas is nice. Like, them niggas be shooting. Them niggas got threes, hammies, all of that. Niggas got ups. But when the other court is like, damn, well, and they ain't as, ain't as, the competition kind of lower, but I gotta wait though. And it's like, damn, nigga, just go and get this work. You could have been on a rematch off the first court by now, nigga.
I'm saying though, but like I said, Zuffa, we'll see how Zuffa's gonna operate. Like I said, hopefully, the hope is at least they get out of this league separate mentality and actually just be a promotional entity for talents to actually, get in the mix instead of just being what they're trying to do right now.
They too stubborn, bro. They're too fucking hard-headed and stubborn. Like, prepare for more uniforms and more bland ass damn generic shit from these niggas, because they're just too. It's going to run its course just like Turkey's initial investment. There's going to be another fallout void that's going to be fulfilled. That's going to need to be filled. It's all about who's going to capitalize, who's going to be stable in that during that time when all this shit's going on. Mm-hmm. If you could just stay there when the dust settles, you might be in a better position than you were before it started. Like, you know, you got to do a Zuffa spinoff to feed your family, nigga. Do what it do, but remember, fucking they got some funky shit on them contracts, nigga. You know, take a look at that motherfucker.
Yeah, hopefully there is an out for their contract, other than Dana flat out firing them, which, you know, that's a UFC thing too.
Yeah, because Roy Jones was going off in that video.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was just like, he wasn't fucking with that shit at all.
Yeah, like niggas, you know, like that shit just don't come off as a good look. Like it just really doesn't. Like I see Najee with a tweet, and you know, he on some damn, you know, whether you like him or hate him, you know, they're here to stay. Get the fuck, how you know that, nigga? This is boxing. Ain't nothing that's ever here to fucking stay.
Right.
Them turkey paydays y'all was glazing, them shits ain't stayed. So it's never about that. Shit changed too much. Boxing's too volatile. Like it's like the goddamn Wire. Like somebody got the crown every other fucking season, nigga. Yeah,
you know, but you know, Zuffa, it's not that yet. Because like I said, I mean, TV level cards, you know, they're most of they're decent, but it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot more exposure. Because if it's on Paramount Plus and it's not getting anything, it needs. Basically, someone needs to be able to figure that shit out before, you know, it does go to the wayside, or they're gonna be ended up having like, hey, DAZN, will you be able to take my entity? Which I'm pretty sure Turkey will probably make them do if it comes to that push and shove.
Yeah, think about it. They having the fights all at one place, so all the fans of these niggas got to travel to one place to see these niggas fight live.
Well, they are going to the UK, so they are gonna move.
Okay, 2 places, 1 place in each continent, like.
They might, but I mean, I think with the Hitchens Belenga thing, it being a package deal, it feels like they might put him in New York. I don't know. I'm being optimistic. You know me.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. Like, you know, it's possible. I don't want to jump the gun.
I think like the bigger names, like if they sign a Haney Shakur is not Haney Shakur, especially even though they're not fighting each other or not, they ain't fighting in a 1,200 venue. You know what I mean? They ain't fighting.
Man, look, I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, you never know with boxing, because you know, if you'd have told me Baumgartner would fight in Atlanta and she'll be fighting in a goddamn underground ballroom that only 50 people could see, then I'd have never believed it.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a different game. So let's say we'll have to wait and see what Zuffa kind of does, you know, going forward though. But I know before we get out of here, definitely got to mention the preview for this one, because you know this coming weekend.
Speaking of fights that have no buzz,
and this coming weekend, and too, you know, Top Rank, you know, makes its debut on DAZN. You know, and you know they have a fight, and it's not buzzing, you know, for a lot of different reasons. You know, we got Keyshawn Davis, you know, fighting the guy who probably gave him his hardest fight to date, and
who's a menace to his family. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Menace for his whole family, you know.
He's been punking the Davis family,
and he can sing pretty good. Pause. I mean, he's okay. He's all right.
Well, let's put it this way: I don't have a problem with the fight at all, because Nahir Albright, you know, his stock is high.
I have no problem with an R&B singer punking a family of boxers. No,
but I will say, I think I do agree with the quote unquote theory. People think like Keyshawn and Top Rank had to make this fight to kind of make it right because of the first, you know, the situation back in.
Yeah, they went back to Virginia.
No, I don't believe that, bro. Because if they did, they would be promoting it. This is a fight.
I mean, on Twitter,
this is a cheap fight for them niggas. That's all this is. It's a cheap, makeable fight for that platform. If they really wanted to make it right, they would have put a fraction more of the fucking promotional muscle behind this shit, but they not. There's so many niggas who don't know this fight is fucking happening this week.
And you know, I mean, Norman's on it too. The former champ had the biggest, you know, one of the bigger fights last year.
Nigga, I just learned all that shit today, nigga.
I will say, I think with Keyshawn, I think a lot of it is because he let down Mike Vick. He let down his town.
But that's boxing. Niggas been let down before. Like, you gotta promote.
Yeah.
Look at the. You seen the seating for the venue?
I'm a Keyshawn guy. All I'm gonna say is Keyshawn better knock Nahir out and then get a title fight after that because I like Nahir. Nahir has a cool story. I know he's a quote unquote single father. He does the fucking. I saw the interviews. He's been kind of making waves of like he's a nurse. You know what I'm saying? He'd be singing every time he has a chance.
And to me, he beat Frank Martin.
And arguably he beat Frank Martin. You know, so I get it.
I remember Tim Bradley said David should have fought Frank Martin instead of this nigga.
But for boxing to progress, Keyshawn needs to knock him out and get back. Because Keyshawn the kind of look. Some people say Keyshawn stole the show on the Shakur card. I'm just saying he did have a good performance with Jermaine. So I don't know.
Well, like I said before, Keyshawn because obviously his mental health is always going to be his big flaw. But as I said before, Keyshawn has the potential to be a better version of both Devin and Shakur because he can box. And he has a mean streak, and he can punch.
He's a silver medalist, and he does have that, like it or not, he does have some of those elements of Bud Crawford. I don't know if you want to say it or not, but he does have a little bit of that in him. So
yeah, but it's just his mental state is what's good. It was either going to make him propel him to get to that next stage. He's a former world champion, or is he going to have a Broner moment because he can't control himself?
And Nahir does have the tools. Nahir's a Philadelphia.
Yeah. That's why I say because Nahir did give him a really good fight, so it's not like that's why I'm not down about the fight. It's a fight that and it has, unlike most fights, this fight has a story. Like this has several storylines.
No, I mean I'm sure I saw the little trailer of the.
But they're not promoting it like that.
No, but I mean we saw online the video of like the whole storyline in 2-minute type trailer, which is pretty cool, I guess. It has that built-in bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, and like I said, but yeah, they should be marketed more. And this is where this is Top Rank's first show on DAZN, so that's why I thought they would have put like far more into it. But it's
flagship fighter.
But I think it's either probably the people from Virginia or probably they probably remember what happened with the Del Santos fights, and they were like, wait, hold up. He's fighting who? Like, nah, Chief. No, we're not gonna do that. Even though Albright is a very capable fighter, they're like, nah, Chief.
We've seen it before, and he let him down. So
that's why you gotta still promote it. Like, you still gotta promote it to where niggas is like, fuck that, I'll come out. Like, you gotta make it like it's still the can't miss moment.
Do you think because shout out Top Rank because they do have the black nigga cards on there. they got the Abdullah Mason open TNT. Do you think Abdullah Mason kind of stole that from Keyshawn with the because Abdullah Mason's open the TNT linear cable shit? You think that would have been Keyshawn a year ago?
Well, yeah, they gave him because Abdullah is mentally sound.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He doesn't have the personality and shit like Keyshawn, but he's a good kid, and he's
Muslim.
He's a safe bet.
His nose clean.
He's a Muslim. He's a safe bet. He ain't gonna fuck up and be a crash out young nigga type shit.
Yeah.
He's just more like, I'll be honest. Mason's just more likable.
I mean, Keyshawn's a better fighter. He's older. Keyshawn's a better fighter.
Next, if he wants it, but Mason is the one who really has now. He has the pressure of carrying Top Rank and all these niggas because Davis already showed that he can't be the one to carry it. Like,
who'd you say? Who'd you say? My fault.
Davis already showed that he can't be the one to carry it. Like,
no, I mean he had a little slip up. I think he still can, but the slip up fucked him up a little bit. Yeah.
Well, he's had. I mean, that's not just one. He's had several.
He's had several, and it's like, look, Davis has to win by KO if he's trying to get back on track.
I mean, and keep in mind, he has like 4 straight KOs in a row, so this will be like a 4th or 5th straight KO in a row.
If you don't win by KO, it has to be like a clear ass whooping where it's like, hey, you're gonna make that nigga run that shit back with Frank Martin.
On the Twitter YouTube tweets, he gotta knock him out. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And the niggas that be always be criticizing, you gotta knock Nahir out. That's the you got
yeah. Because like I said, the first fight,
which is crazy because Nahir is like quality. Like, you're just not.
And he's never been stopped. He's never been stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you beat Frank Martin.
If you're that guy, you're supposed to be the Obakars of your era.
Facts,
yeah.
And this is the test because Nahir already fought him once and he didn't look all that great.
I mean, he won it, but that was the toughest fight. He won it, but it wasn't. some of the haters try to say he lost. He won that fight clearly, but it was definitely
that was his Broner De Leon fight.
Yes, it was. So, but like I said, I mean, I'm not down about the fight. I mean, I look forward to it, and because, like I said, I mean, part of me wants Albright to get his get back because what went down with him after he beat up Keyshawn's brother, Kelvin. So it was Kelvin. So it's just like, yeah, I want to see more of a revenge factor more than anything like that. But Jesus, like if you're gonna give Norman a co-main spot, give him a co-main spot with someone that's more known, like. Because
niggas want to see a brutal KO.
He's fighting somebody Wagner. I don't even know the first name. Josh Wagner or some shit.
Yeah, I never even heard of this guy, and I'm just like, geez, like
cannon fodder, nigga, cannon fodder.
Yeah, I was like, I know you got your ass whooped, by Haney, but I was like, yeah, but this is like this type of level of opponent is like beneath you, like that shouldn't even be.
Look, this is the thing. They're trying to get him a confidence builder. Like he's a puncher, and that's what he does best. Get him in there with a guy he could KO. Get a win on his record so he could move on.
This should be
then put him with a better guy after that. Like
remember
Brian Norman could fight again this year.
He's with Rodney Shields. Remember, he's with the guy Morrell left. So he left his pops. And we mentioned it earlier before the pod.
Yeah, I think they know what they're doing over there.
I think he's 24. He, I know the dad situation. His dad wanted to be P Diddy all up in the video. He still be on the YouTube street. But it's like, it was a good time to leave your pops and see what else you could do. Before you reach.
Because the pops wasn't helping. The pops wasn't helping. Yeah. Was overestimating his boxing knowledge. And
if you watch any of the stuff before the Haney, he's like, we're gonna walk through them type shit. Like, come on, man. You went. This is with prime John Pascal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a pro boxer. You know what I'm saying? How are you not gonna give your son a good game plan?
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's not only that. Like, it's one thing to overestimate somebody in training camp and you're gonna walk through them, but then the fight happens and you see that's not the case. You don't even have no adjustments and nothing. He still had a chance to turn it around. Haney wasn't fighting like Calzaghe from the Joe Lacey fight.
The Haney fight was winnable. He said Haney has no power. What happens? He gets dropped in the first or second round. You know what I'm saying? But either way, that was a winnable fight. It was close. I mean, even though he lost, it was kind of a close fight, kind of scorecard wise.
Mm-hmm. Because Haney like offense kind of stopped.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He didn't want to risk it. Once it was comfy, he didn't want to risk getting hit because with a brick hand. Because Norman can punch. Norman has power.
But then Norman didn't know how to switch it up
at all
to get through what Haney was doing. So it's like all he knew how to do was like jab, right hand, or jab, at him and clinch. Like he couldn't jab, pivot. He couldn't do like counter. Like he couldn't do nothing else. Like
he wasn't showing levels though. He wasn't showing.
And even if you're just gonna be basic, be consistently basic. Meaning if you're just gonna jab, right-handed nigga, jab, right-handed nigga, then jab, right-handed. You know what I mean? Just keep going, and eventually you're gonna catch the dude who's not trying to fight you or he's trying to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially if you're in shape, like. Yeah, I know niggas be clowning Mexican style, but sometimes Mexican style fucking works.
Facts.
Like, good God. Like,
yeah, Norman should knock him out in 4 rounds.
Shape, right?
Yeah, no,
but like, you strong man and all that. Like, you strong and all that, right? Like, you a man and all that. Like, you over there making secret songs.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I expect Norman to KO this dude. Period. Like
in 4 to 6 or something. I mean, maybe earlier.
Yeah. We'll give you 4 rounds because this nigga is unknown as fuck.
Right. Whereas at least with Keyshawn, I mean, I don't think he's gonna KO Albright, but I think he's gonna win another decision over him.
Is it 10 and 12? Is that fight 10 and 12? You know,
it is. It's probably gonna be.
10 probably,
it is 12.
Oh, it's 12? It's 12?
It's 12, yeah.
I'll say Keyshawn in 8. I think he'll stop him.
Yeah. Funny things too is
like, it's good for him.
Like I mean, like the money line right now has Albright as a plus 780 underdog, Keyshawn as a minus 1450 favorite. Let's see. A Keyshawn decision is plus 145, which you might find value at. Keyshawn stoppage is minus 135, so do you think he can do it? Draw is plus 1900. Albright decision is plus 1200, and Albright KO is plus 1500. So,
and Pat, you said decision, right?
Yeah, Albright decision, yeah, it's plus 1200.
No, I'm saying, but you got Keyshawn by decision on points?
Yeah, it'll be Keyshawn by decision.
What do you got, LB?
Hey,
What do you
with them odds, nigga, I might just take a fucking draw, nigga.
Honestly, I mean, it was a majority decision, so it wasn't like a draw is too far off. I mean, why the fuck not?
I feel like Keyshawn might be overlooking dude though too.
Right. No, I don't think with Keyshawn because he was streaming and doing all this shit ever since the fight got announced. He ain't been on that bullshit because he did. I do like how he got his name back out there, but he ain't been. He been in the gym. It seems like so. I think he's ready. I think he'll look like he'll back. I think he'll. I mean, not here is good, but Keyshawn's better.
Yes, but like I said, we've seen him fight before, so we know it. We know not here is it has enough skill to
quality.
bother.
No, here's quality. No, here's not a bum at all. He's a quality fighter.
Like this is the thing. Like you can't treat this like a Canelo Golovkin thing where you gotta fight a nigga 17 times before you finally dominate this nigga. Like if you're that fucking guy, you won a majority decision last fight. You gotta fucking clean this nigga clock the second fight, bro.
Wait, so do you got Keyshawn stopping him, or who do you have winning? What's your prediction?
My prediction is what should happen, which is Keyshawn by stoppage.
What round roughly?
I'd say fucking 10th round.
Okay, 8 to 10, yeah, something like that.
Like he's gonna it's gonna be a cumulative punch effort, kind of like the Jermaine Ortiz, but I think it's gonna land cleaner. Like it ain't gonna be no body shit. Like him and Albright gonna be throwing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it will be a competitive fight. A part of me feels like Albright could really kind of steal this if he just fucking box a disciplined fight where he contains Davis' explosiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's manageable, but a lot of times when niggas have fights like that, it takes so much out of them to just manage them niggas, and they can't dominate them niggas. They lack the talent to dominate them, but they got enough skills to manage them. And depending on their boxing style, the management may not look clear-cut enough for the judges to give it to these niggas. And that's the problem with guys like Albright in fights with dudes like Keyshawn Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just real game. We've seen these type of fights before.
Yeah. And also just another fight I wanted to mention on there too, because I think it's an upset alert too. His brother Kelvin is fighting on there. He's fighting Peter Dobson. I think Pilot's actually seen him fight live before. And obviously I'm not high on Kelvin. I don't think anyone's high on Kelvin. I think Kelvin is the struggle. Yeah, no. Keon can fight. Kelvin Davis is not.
Keon's really big for
you predicting another jumping in the locker room?
No. But Keon's really big for
I mean, if this nigga gonna lose
in the main event after the main event type shit.
I mean, Peter Dobson definitely has the potential of upsetting Kelvin Davis and beating him.
Yeah. Pistol Pete. I know he's been on a losing streak, but he got a good little Philly shot on him and stuff. He don't have the power, but he got a little Philly shot on him.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, of course, it would be a disaster if all the Davises lost on this card. That would be like, oh, well,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked they're giving them a back hometown shit because supposedly Keyshawn was trying to get. There was a card where Red Catch was supposed to fight Kelvin as the main event type of shit in Virginia, but I don't know. Top Rank bailed him out, I guess, and let him give him another chance.
Dude, this is the cheap card for Top Rank. It's a cheap payable because I don't know how they're going to market Keyshawn's fights after. This is the card where they're just here, nigga, damn card where you fucked up before in this city. We're running it back. We're not going to promote it because we don't want you to disappoint us again. Just give us a great performance and show us why we should keep sticking with you. If not, you know, we gonna keep giving more looks to goddamn Abdullah Mason.
Exactly.
This divide and conquer. We just putting you niggas against each other like we always do.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be like I said. I am looking forward to this card, but yeah, this card will kind of we'll probably see how Top Rank is gonna go, how it's gonna operate in the zone going forward too, and hopefully by then, you know, there's kind of a word of mouth and you know a little surge, you know, because it'll be a damn shame if Top Rank is going to zone and that arena in Virginia is looking like half full, barely. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean,
the car got more people.
Remember, Mike Vick was supposed to be out there last time. He fucked it up. He fucked all the momentum up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a redemption. This is a redemption. Like yeah, just we'll have to see how this goes, how this plays out.
And then sometimes the redemption tour ain't as extravagant as the coronation tour.
Right.
And that's the thing, man. When you fuck up the coronation, it's hard to damn gain the public attention through the redemption arc.
Yeah. And another thing too, but just to mention about this before we get up out of here too, because I just remember like this thing is running against the Netflix with fucking Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey too. So I mean, you know, we'll see how it goes. Because you know, Netflix obviously
that's being promoted like crazy.
Yeah, and funny thing too is like most MMA people don't even give two shits. Like my brother is more of an MMA guy than boxing. Like he respects boxing though, but he's more of an MMA guy. And even he's like, yeah, I'm just watching it, but I'm not watching it because it's interesting. I'm just watching it because it's, you know, it's what it is.
It's a different perspective. It's not UFC. It's MMA on Netflix with Jake Paul's gonna be all up in the video type shit, right? So
it's accessible. So it's like one of those why not watch it if you fucked with MMA and any type of
and I'm you know I watched my UFC over the years. It's a trash ass card. I ain't gonna lie. The card is pretty trash, but
yeah, it's just a bunch of damn big names and struggle matchups.
Yeah,
basically. So I mean I would love it if Top Rank can get the attention from that, but you know, the fact that it's on free on Netflix, it's possibly so. I mean, it's already working. That has that against it, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. You know,
because the thing is, if those fights end up being like shootouts and entertaining, you know, we can't hate on the formula because at the end of the day, we do want to see good fights and be entertained.
Facts.
It's just a lot of times with boxing, you know, boxing to get that type of platform and. You know, it's a underwhelming performance from the guys.
Mm-hmm.
You get like a Lubin Ramos type of fight.
God forbid.
The Baron Chicks Zapata fight, that's the one that don't show up on the goddamn platform.
Yeah, that's the one because I remember, you know, that was an ESPN fight. You know, I remember I was like, yeah. And then. That should have been shown on ESPN the second that shit finished airing, but nope, it never did.
Yep. So that's it's the moments like that boxing don't be, you know, capitalizing on that hurts the standing in the sport sometimes where you try to throw all your chickens in one pot on some shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully, you know, both of those events need to do good, you know, because UFC is kind of like down, you know, they're not making certain fights. It's just, I don't know, like you need a different look. Like they can't be those so like fucking main MMA niggas.
Facts. You know, but yeah, no, we'll see how that goes, and then just a minor mention. Obviously, there's a heavyweight card in the afternoon. In case you know, if you actually have nothing going on, you know, the UK at David Allen and Philip Hrgovic. You know, if you want to watch that fight on there, that's on there in the afternoon. You know, heavyweights can do no wrong. So you know, for your heavyweight lovers out there, you know, might as well catch that fight. You know, it should be one-sided, but you just never know with Hrgovic these days. But yeah, that's pretty much like fights in a nutshell and stuff like that. So we'll get ready to get up out of here. Although we'll definitely try to be back this week with the music episode. We'll just have to figure out which one we're going to run. It's but yeah, no, because the
I
music.
was gonna review that classic AZ album that just dropped.
Yes, absolutely. And definitely that as well. To get that, because funny thing is with that AZ album, my sister asked me about it, and my sister doesn't ask me about shit about with hip hop, but my sister, I think, was talking to somebody and he mentioned it, and he was like, "Well, someone must know about AZ," and then my sister was like, "Oh yeah, my oldest brother probably does," So she hit me up about it. It's like, AZ is AZ like one of your favorite rappers? I said, yeah, he's one of my favorite rappers. And he's like, about his new album? I was like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, I listened to it like 3 times already. So it's like,
that's just fire. But he has been promoting this album more so than I think any other album in the past. Like, it almost feels like he kind of knew this one was the fire one that he got to be out there for.
Yeah, and like I said, and props for him for doing so, because it took him 30 years for him to do that, but I'm glad he was able to do it. But yeah, we'll definitely try to get that review off. I know, when P is on, we'll try to get that on, and then we'll do our music episode. But yeah, I look forward to that. But yeah, other than that, we out of here. Some of us either go train or go to sleep. So yeah,
I gotta do ring game duties. Ain't no training tonight.
Word. Yeah. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, doing representative. For LB Sharif, the God, the Go artist. For King Khalid Bodega, and for Conscious Pilot. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk. Where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.